Is a presentation of Radio Plus Video Sports.
For the Cardinals, Connor Klaprick on 3rd down and 2 from the 7. Design QB keeper, Klaprick into the end zone. Touchdown, Fond du Lac.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for best digital production in the state.
Defensive pressure here. He brings a man in motion. It's a QB keeper. He gets by 2 defenders. He's to the midfield, and he is off to the races. 20, 10, touchdown Ledgers. Wow, can Bauer go?
In-depth interviews with coaches and players, sideline reports, in-depth analysis, and top-notch production.
Scored midway through the second quarter. Schraffenauge gets the handoff, 25-20 to the 15, weaving to the 10-5, touchdown.
Wow. Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association multi-year first place winner for best play-by-play in the state.
8-yard line, angling to the 10 to the 20-yard line, 30-yard line, up to 40, up to midfield, down to the 40, 30, 20, Mullins, 10, 5, touchdown.
Thanks to our Radio Plus Video Sports sponsors.
Edward Jones Fond du Lac Advisors, Musa Sheet Metal, Quest Interiors, Sargento Cheese.
American Family Insurance Agent Brad Tagliapietra, Bauer Chiropractic, BCI Burke, Bob's Pizza.
Bristol Morgan Bank, Addison Jones Real Estate, Cole Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage.
Roush Insurance, Smith Builders, Marco Tax Service, AirTech Heating and Cooling.
Anders Auto Parts, Taco Bell, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Holiday Automotive.
Dynamic Chiropractic, Greatman Stone and Landscape, Everson Law Office, Hopper's Screen Printing and Custom Embroidery.
Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Integrity Saw and Tool, Fondy Family Dental, Into the Woods Wellness.
St. Mary Springs Academy, Lens Truck Center, Fond du Lac Credit Union, Marion University.
Right Way Home Improvement, New Medical Center, Scotty's Auto Works.
National Exchange Bank and Trust, Pizza Ranch, Silica for your home, Pino Construction.
Real estate agent Brock Fleischer, back in action.
Camera Casino.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on out to Fruth Field here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. My goodness, we had a good one. This is Johnny Samp, a long time, actually long ago. It's been a while since I've done a broadcast for Radio Plus, but it's good to be back here at Fruth Field for St. Mary Springs Ledgers football and a great Friday night. Brad Lenz joining me with me in the color commentating as well. But we got a good one here to get things going. Right here in the flyway, the Ledgers coming in at 5-1 within conference, and then 3-3 on the other side for the Winnebago Lutheran Vikings. And it should be a great contest here tonight on a beautiful Friday night. Not too bad of weather, not too chilly, Brad. Really, it's kind of a warmer seasonal weather.
It is October, right? Not August?
I think so.
It's beautiful out. It's a great night for football. Where else would you rather be than Fruth Field on a Friday night?
Yeah, it's gonna be a great one here in Fond du Lac. Just taking a look here. We'll start with the Lenz Auto, your play of the week, and we get the thing started here with Stelmacher from the Ledgers getting that late rush in that last contest versus Mayville and finding his way into the end zone. That was a beautiful couple-yard run there in a pretty tightly contested game.
It was a battle last week, Friday night. Mayville could possibly have been the better team, but the luck was not on their side. They went for it on 4th down 4 times and was only successful 1 of the 4. That was the tipping point of that game, in my opinion.
Yeah, and those are the kind of games you like to see late in the season, especially with when the conference is on the line and that sort of thing.
It definitely seems like the Ledgers were a little early in the season, had a little bit more of an easy game, we'll say. You had Amrose, you had the North Fondies of the conference that are towards the bottom. And then later, once we had Camel Sport, then we went to Lemira, then we had Mayville, and now we have WLA tonight. This is an inter-city rivalry. This game is a lot closer than a lot of people think it's going to be. Springs is pretty banged up. They have a lot of injuries. WLA's won 3 games in a row. WLA, this is a big win for them tonight. If they can win tonight, that assures them a spot in the playoffs. this could arguably almost be as big a game as last year. Last year, if you remember, Johnny, these two teams were 8-0, meaning for the conference championship in the last game of the season, rainy and cold at WLA. Tonight is equally important for WLA because lose, and they're probably not going to make the playoffs. They will need some help. If they win, they're automatically in the playoffs. And trust me, these seniors do not want this to be their last game tonight.
Certainly not. And another big contest is going to be that Mayville-Lamira going on, and that's going to be a big one in the flyway as well. I'm going
to be score checking that one all throughout the night, Johnny. I'm not sure about you, but I can't wait for the announcer to be able to tell us what the score is of that game. I'm not sure if the announcer is going to let that one slip. I'm not sure if he's got special instructions for Bob Highland to keep that tight-lipped or not. Because if Lamira can somehow get knocked off by Mayville and Springs can beat WLA tonight, that would mean it would be a two-way tie conference championship between Lamira and St. Mary Springs.
Which is definitely kind of something they haven't seen in the past few years, and really kind of an interesting point. St. Mary Springs has been up in top of the tier, I would say, for the conference in the past few seasons.
Springs won the conference championship last year. WLA was second. The year before that, Mayville owned the crown. Then the year before that, it was a three-way tie between Springs, Campbellsport, and Mayville. So it wasn't that long ago. There was a three-way tie because each team had beat each other. So trust me, Mayville is a very good team. They came in last week undefeated. Springs did get the W. However, like I said, it was a battle, and Mayville just was a little unlucky on a couple of those fourth downs. If they get some of those fourth downs and keep those drives going, that game could have been totally different, and a Spring could be having 2 losses tonight instead of just 1.
Yeah, Springs fortunate to get out there with a win from last week. They did get that win there against that Mayville team, 10-3. It was a tightly lipped contest there. But let's move to the Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview. With Dr. Chad and his team will make you smile before, after, and yes, even during the appointment. Fondy Family Dental.
Welcome back into the Integrity Selling Tool pregame show. It's on Radio Plus Video Sports. Time for the Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile segment. Fondy Family Dental, seeing all ages of patients in a happy and honest setting. Bob Highland with us here, head coach of the Ledger, St. Mary Springs Academy. Coach, thanks for joining us. How are you today?
Real good. It's a beautiful day out.
All right, so the Ledgers at a 7-1 overall mark and 5-1 of the Wisconsin Flyway Conference, and it was a hard-fought, hard-hitting, well-contested game against Mayville at Fruit this past Friday, wasn't it?
It was. It was a very good football game for spectators, especially if they like defense. Neither team was able to sustain much on the offense, and we were very fortunate to get that second half touchdown. Very fortunate. We had 4 fourth down plays that we stopped them on, got the ball back and put it in the end zone, and nobody could do anything after that, really. It was a great football game if you love defense.
Right. Ledgers improve on the season, as I mentioned, to 7-1 going into the final week of the regular season here. Injuries, let's talk about that. Last time we talked, there were some injuries mounting for the Ledgers. Has that kind of subsided, or what's the story?
Well, the good thing, we came out healthy. Nobody else got hurt, I should say, in the Mayville game, which was a blessing. That was a good thing. And we had, as I looked on the sidelines, we had 12 kids that were out with injuries, and we've never had that. I can't remember the last time we had a broken collarbone. This year we have 2. Like I said, in the Lamira game, we had a dislocated knee and a dislocated shoulder, and those kids are not going to be able to come back. A lot of things like that. So you got to play with what you have. You know, we're dealt this hand this year, and we're going to continue. We had some players out there really playing and starting their first game. In particular, Corbin Rule, I can't think of his name. He was injured early, got a concussion early, then some other little nuisance injuries and illness. He played that cornerback the whole game and just did a great job. We have kids that are stepping it up, which you have to every year. You have to have kids that bring it when they're not really counted on, and they prove that they can play.
You have Winnebago Lutheran Academy coming up on Friday night, and they are a team that started off slow against tougher competition in the Flyweight Conference. They've won 3 straight against the bottom part of the conference. What do you see against Winnebago Lutheran?
They have a lot of speed. They've got good, skilled athletes. They're surprisingly, they move the ball and run. They run well. Their line is athletic, which after losing, I think, all 5 of them last year, they've come on and they're doing a very good job with what they have. You have the quarterback that is the fastest kid in the conference, so he gets open, he's gone. He's a outstanding sprinter in track, and he brings it in football too. They're a good football team. They're again, they're on the bubble. Whether they're going to be able to make the playoffs now, they have to win this game to be assured of a 500 season and an invitation to the playoffs. So it's a lot of pressure on them. We'll see how we come off right off the bat and see how it goes for us.
Coach Bob Hyland with us for St. Mary Springs Academy. Coach, always a pleasure. Thank you so much, and we'll see you coming up very soon, okay?
Real good. Thank you very much.
And that's Bob Hyland for the Ledgers. Back with more coming up next. Radio Plus Video Sports. We've got the ball game tonight.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
FBS Bank is here to help you achieve your dream of home ownership. For a limited time, we're offering home loans with just $595 closing costs plus title. Whether you're buying a new home or wanting to refinance, our experienced team is here to assist you. Visit our website at fbsbank.com or give us a call at 1-800-242-7880. Our friendly and experienced team will help guide you through the journey with FBS Bank. FBS Bank, banking made personal.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Here we go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Johnny Sampier and Brad Lenz, who took a step aside here for a few moments. Pregame show is going to continue on, though, and we look at the keys to the game brought to you by Pinot Construction and Buildings. Turn your vision into reality. And the keys of the game here is going to be for St. Mary Springs not letting WLA, as Brad mentioned before, it's going to be a very competitive matchup, and you don't want to see WLA get into the game if I'm talking to the side of St. Mary Springs. You want to keep the hammer down, keep that win streak going, and keep things moving. On the other side for WLA, it's going to be scoring early and scoring often. They're a little bit in the margin of error for making the playoffs here in that Flyway Conference in WIA at 3-3 in conference, and they definitely need this win tonight to get things going. Now, taking a look here, looking around, it looks like everybody's pretty healthy. A few notable injuries, though. One was to Ben Anderson, quarterback. He's going to play today, ladies and gentlemen. He's not out, and he did get apparently a tooth in the head, which is never a good thing playing basketball at school today. He had to get some stitches. They had him patched up, and he's looking all right now. And it looks like he'll get the start and get the nod. They did wrap him up before the pregame show, and that's obviously brought to you by Bauer Chiropractic. Got pain, see Shane. Dr. Shane Bauer at Bauer Chiropractic. But keeping things moving here on the pregame show, Ledgers and WLA, really a highly contested matchup in this Flyway Conference. Now, once again, we're talking about Mayville, Elmira, potentially a big upset there. And we're going to try to keep you up to date on that game as well. But looking around here, everybody looks pretty good. It looks like on the side of, WLA, they look like they're a pretty healthy roster. Not too many guys in sweatshirts here tonight. St. Mary Springs, a few notables out. And Ben Anderson with that lingering injury. We'll see how it plays out throughout the game. It is on the top of his head, apparently, from sources within our department. And it'll be interesting to see if he's going to be okay throughout that whole game, whether or not that rubbing is going to impact him, and what sort of things he's going to have to do to kind of adjust and adapt to it with a few stitches on the top of the crown of his head. Obviously, the helmet being there is not going to be the most comfortable thing, but a little bit of pain, no problem. I'm thinking for Ben Anderson as we get things moving once again here on a beautiful Friday night. I mean, really kind of a weird Friday night as we look around. Typically later October, mid-October, it's getting a little chilly. It's pretty comfortable out tonight, maybe a 50s or so. It's not getting too cool yet. Now we're going to say that, and it's going to get pretty cold. I've had a few broadcasts in pretty cold games, and you never want that. But at least there's no bugs out, and it should be a fun one once again.
Are we back?
But we take a look here. Now, Brad, you talked about some injury. We were talking about some injuries. I know Ben Anderson had that one on the crown. Can you name a couple other notables that might be injured in this contest for that Bauer Chiropractic injury report?
St. Mary Springs right now looks like the ER on 4th of July. There's tons of guys hurt and tons of really good players and a lot of seniors as well. You got Jack Holzman. He was one of the most electrifying players. He dislocated his kneecap. He's out. Ben Baker, the defensive back / wide receiver, he's out from a broken collarbone. That's two guys right there, along with some guys that got hurt in the preseason before the season even started. Vander Sannen, he hasn't played all year. Another Bartel's a sophomore. He probably doesn't play much in varsity. He's out with also a broken collarbone. The big one that happened in Lamira is O'Brien. He was a monster, great defensive player. Played linebacker number 32. He dislocated his shoulder during the Lamira game. He's out most likely for the rest of the season. The Ledgers are banged up. This game could be a lot closer than a lot of people think. St. Mary Springs is injured and very prone to some of the positions they got second stringers out there. WLA is very healthy going into this game, and they have an electrifying quarterback, Gannon Schwartz. We're going to be saying that name a lot tonight. WLA could pull off the upset tonight, especially if St. Mary Springs looks too far ahead of the playoffs.
Now let's talk about it here. The Pino Construction keys to the game. What are your keys to the game? I'm saying for St. Mary Springs, it's going to not let WLA get going early, and on the flip side, WLA's got to get going early. They got to get those engines moving.
Absolutely, but high school football is all about winning the trenches. WLA last year had 5 senior offensive linemen. That was their core. That was the team that they had been waiting for a lot of years. Those 5 are gone. They got a new core of offensive linemen, all new guys. They've been struggling a little bit protecting the quarterback, Gannon Schwartz. St. Mary Springs also had to reload a lot of positions. But St. Mary Springs, they don't rebuild, they reload. They had guys waiting in the wings, Coach Allen says. I would say the trenches are where it's going to be. However, Gannon Schwartz, you got to make sure that St. Mary Springs defense contains number 5, Gannon Schwartz. He's the most electrifying player, not just on this field tonight, but probably in the whole Flyway Conference.
Well, those are good keys to the game. I'll give you that. But it's going to be an interesting contest, once again, within the conference. You got two teams very similar, I would say, in play style. Going to go heavy run game and then offer to the pass as well. And you're talking about Gannon Schwartz. What does he bring to the game that you see from you're not seeing from other quarterbacks within the flyway?
Let's make a list of what does he not bring to the game. He can run, he can pass, he can juke out guys. He runs punt returns. He is the punter. He kicks off. He does kickoff return. He's always on the field, Johnny. He never comes off the field. If there's going to be 75 plays tonight, he's going to be involved in all 75 plays. Gannon Schwartz is the best player possibly on this field. Now, guys like Noel Mall, Ben Anderson would like to raise their hand and say, hey, what about me, Brad? However, Gannon Schwartz is the key to this game. If he gets off, if he gets a punt for a touchdown, a kickoff return for a touchdown, that could be the tipping scale of this game. St. Mary Springs needs a win to stay in contention of the conference championship. This is a big game for both schools.
Yeah, without a doubt. And with that, we will take a quick commercial break. Once again, we'll be back here in a few moments. But we'll be back here for Flyway football, St. Mary Springs and Winnebago Lutheran, here from Fruth Field.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com. That's musasheetmetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com.
Welcome back into the Integrity Selling Tool pregame show. It's on Radio Plus Video Sports, and time for the Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile segment. Fondy Family Dental, seeing all ages of patients in a relaxed and honest setting. And head coach Kevin Lair with us here for the Winnebago Lutheran Academy Vikings. Always a pleasure, Coach. How are you today?
Oh, doing good, sir. We're excited for this opportunity this week, and I appreciate you calling me.
Yeah, you bet. Had a little technical glitch there. But, yeah, we're back at it here. Week number 9 of the Wisconsin Flyway Conference. Can you believe this, this year's gone so quick?
We were actually talking about that a couple weeks ago about how it doesn't seem that long ago as beginning of August, and we were just kicking this thing off, and it goes fast. We had beautiful weather this year, and it's gone fast, no doubt.
So the Vikings of Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Coach, kind of give us a brush over the last 3 weeks. Some wins for the Vikings, right?
Yep, yeah, 3-game winning streak now. We knew we had that tough 3-game stretch to start the conference season, and going in Laconia, we're going to kind of gauge ourselves, see what we're made of with the middle tier teams of the conference, and we were able to take care of business, and we have had some good success the last few weeks, and I think the kids are trending upward. We had a young team going into this year, and Gannon Schwartz starting at quarterback for the first time in his life ever playing this position, and we've just been getting better each week, and yeah, we're excited for the next opportunity.
Coach, how are you pleased with his abilities and his quarterback abilities again for the Viking?
We're very pleased. We didn't know going into the year if how he's never played the spot. And it comes a lot of responsibility at quarterback, running the offense, being able to read. We'd like to do RPOs and such like that. And he's still getting better on some stuff, and some stuff we took out because he wasn't his cup of tea. So we're still trying to gauge what fits him best and what fits our team best. And I think each week we've been making improvements.
Coach, you have the Ledgers of St. Mary Springs Academy coming up on Friday night. What's the message to the guys this week?
Well, our message is it's another week. We gotta solidify our shot in the playoffs, and we got a tough opponent this upcoming week at their house and last game of the season, and we got to get prepared. We know what they are, and what they've been able to accomplish the last number of years, and yeah, we're excited to get on the field and see what the boys can do.
Speed is a good touch for the Vikings this year, Coach? Talk about that for us.
It is, yeah. We knew going in last year it's more about team speed, or this year I should say. Last year is more about our size and our toughness, and this year it's a little bit more surrounding the team speed. And I think we've been able to show that now as we've learned our system, and we got to be able to take advantage of some situations, and that speed kills. So we're hoping as these kids grow and what they've grown through the year, we'll continue to see that success.
Talking with Kevin Lair for the Winnebago Lutheran Academy Vikings. With us here, part of the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. It's on Radio Plus Video Sports. And as we take a look at the injuries, is there injuries for the Vikings?
Yeah, we this late in the season, I think everybody's going through some. We have Marcus Christensen's been out for a while. He'll be out till if we make like the second round of playoffs. We got a couple kids coming back. They've been out a couple weeks. A couple of our offensive linemen, they're going to make a go of it this week. So, yeah, I mean, nicks and bruises besides that. But, I don't think anything too significant that anybody else isn't going through also. So.
All right, Coach. Best of luck against St. Mary Springs Academy coming up on Friday night. We'll have the game for you video stream live, okay?
Sounds good, sir. Thank you.
The innovation you've been waiting for is here. Built on the 16X Cheez-It platform, it's the first flavor matrix stable enough to make a Cheez-It tostada possible, and cheesy enough to power the Crunch Wrap. Because if you want to change the world, you have to bring something big to the table. Think big.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
Connect with the road. Love what you drive and where you get it. Shop the SUV season sales event at Holiday and get our low simplified price, more for your trade, and score enticing offers like 0% financing plus generous bonus cash up to $3,250 on the spacious, nimble Mazda CX-70 while you enjoy our exceptional guest care.
Put your trust in the award-winning team at Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Mazda, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline auto paint along with PPG Versalon commercial paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Fruth Field here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Johnny Sam, Brad Lenz on the call between the Ledgers and the Vikings from Winnebago Lutheran. Looks And we're back. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, little technical difficulties on the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. As we look at the clock, 3:35. Some of the starters here tonight. We're going to take a look at the Sargento Cheese starting lineups. Start your new career at sargentocheese.com. A couple of the big names in this contest. Obviously, Anderson. He was the man that was going to be had the stitches in the head earlier today for the Springs, which is kind of an odd story. I mean, on a Friday of football, and he gets some stitches in the head, but he's still out there, going to get a little patchwork done, going to be playing.
Well, as any coach will tell you that he's coached football, homecoming can be challenging, to say the least. You get a lot of extra distractions. So during one of the homecoming events, Ben Anderson, the starting quarterback, got a injury playing a little basketball with another teammate having teeth marks down in his head. He had to go to the hospital, the ER, to get stitches. He's all stitched up, folks. He's out there in the field. Don't be looking for number 3 like Ben Anderson normally is. He's 13 tonight because his jersey got ripped last week on one of the last plays of the game against Mayville. So he's wearing a JV jersey, no name in the back. But if you see number 13, don't think he's some new player. That's Ben Anderson.
Well, that's good to hear. I mean, it's good to hear that he's actually getting into the game, and that's always something, especially with stitches on the head. and a helmet rubbing in that, it's got to be a weird feeling at least. You got to cover that up with something, I would think.
Absolutely. I'm sure he's got extra padding underneath that helmet, but if there's anyone tough enough to be able to handle that and have it not affect his performance tonight, it's Ben Anderson. He's one tough cookie.
That's good to hear. And then on the other side, we talked about him before, Gannon Schwartz, the quarterback for the Vikings here. He's going to be a real playmaker in this contest, I got a feeling, and it's going to be fun to watch what he can do against that St. Mary Springs defense.
It's going to be interesting to see. The first thing I can't wait to find out is St. Mary Springs going to kick to Schwartz or kick away from Schwartz. That's a very, very telling thing. Sometimes Coach Highland likes to kick to the other player, even though he's a star player, especially if he's the quarterback, because then another 11 players on kickoff can get an extra hit on the quarterback and maybe, give him a little bell rung before for the first play of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that is something. Little chess play here on a Friday night as we look forward to this contest here in the flyweight. Once again, Johnny Samp and Brad Lenz here. And it looks like we're settling things down a little bit. 1:18 left on the score play clock. And we'll get things going here. But any last thoughts before this contest gets going?
I can't wait. 1 minute to kick off, and this is going to be a battle. St. Mary Springs was loaded with easier games in the beginning of the season, not the non-conference games. I'm talking conference games. And the last 4 games have been absolute battles. You got Lamira, Mayville, Campbellsport, and now WLA. Can't wait to kick things off.
It will be certainly fun as we get things going. And take a look here. We have the Springs lined up ready for the anthem. And it looks like the Vikings as well are going to get set for the anthem. So we will take a step aside here. And we'll be back here in a few moments.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust, your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagla Pizza today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline Auto Paint, along with PPG Versalon Commercial Paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
And welcome back to the Radio Plus broadcast of high school football here in St. Mary Springs High School football in a good contest here at Fruth Field on a fairly warm evening in October. Johnny Samp and Brad Lenz here for the broadcast. And Brad, we got a good one. We talked about it a lot already in the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show, and now we get this kind of the starting lineups, kind of get things going, ready for football.
And these teams have been playing against each other since grade school. This is a crosstown rivalry. In fact, St. Mary Springs has a shorter distance to go if the game was at WLA than they do at Fruth Field. This is like an away game. I know it's St. Mary Springs' home field, but it's about a 15-minute drive from the school, whereas WLA is probably about a 7-8 minute drive from St. Mary Springs.
Yeah, and that's an interesting point because, you know, they're so closely they kind of know what what they're going to do, and it's going to be a competitive contest either way.
High school, small school football like this is so great because a lot of these players not only do they play both ways, but they play special teams. Then they play each other in basketball or maybe baseball or those other sports. WLA does not have a hockey team, but St. Mary Springs has a few hockey players on the team as well. This is a team game, but a lot of these guys know each other. They've played baseball with each other all through grade school. They know each other by name. They probably communicate before and after the game. That's what makes this game so special.
And it's interesting to see how that kind of plays out during the game. You know, you get those friendly camaraderies, and then you can also get that banter between players that know each other and are willing to talk to each other.
It's all fun, Johnny. I can't wait. This is a great game, great atmosphere. The stands are packed on this side. Let's get it on.
Yeah, let's certainly get it on as it's a homecoming night here for St. Mary Springs, so it's a big night for them with WLA coming in, and we will soon go here to the Right Way Home Improvement opening kickoff. But we got a few more moments as we get some introductions running through here and that sort of thing. Now, taking a look here, once again in that Flyway Conference, both teams, St. Mary Springs 5-1 in the conference, and then 3-3 for Winnebago Lutheran. Winnebago Lutheran coming off a win versus North Fond du Lac 55-10. And a pretty, or 55-14, excuse me, in a pretty lopsided contest. So obviously both teams very stacked, very good teams, and going to be really competitive football as well.
Number 63, Jack Vanderson.
Looking out here, we get some of the players getting announced, running through the old tunnel, and the starting lineups, or excuse me, some of the seniors here.
Even the seniors that are hurt, this is, St. Mary Springs will have a home playoff game next week. Nothing's guaranteed, but just the way their record is and how good they played this season, they'll have another game here. But a lot of these seniors, one of these games could be the last time they play here at Fruth Field. That's a special moment. I remember my last game. I remember it like it was yesterday.
And that's an interesting point. You know, obviously the end of the season coming, and obviously that happens for a lot of seniors once that season kind of ends. And it can be an emotional time. And it's kind of a changing of, habits. You don't have football on Friday night. You got to do something else. And
nothing is guaranteed for WLA. If they lose tonight, it's a possibility that this could be the end of their season. So a lot of those seniors they're playing to get another weekend. And I can't tell you how bad as a senior you want football, high school football, to not end. They want it very bad. This is a big game for St. Mary Springs, but equally as big a game for WLA Vikings. Both teams want this game bad. I love it how they have it the last game of the season, inter-school rivalry, inter-city rivalry. Let's get it on. Here we go.
And just want to let you know, High School Sports Today on RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these four Fond du Lac Edward Jones Financial Advisors: Matt Moses, Jeff Willis, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Elstead. Edward Jones makes sense of investing. As we get ready for the Right Way Home Improvement opening kickoff. And it should start a fun night here. Johnny Samp, Brad Lenz once again on the call for those of you just joining in on the YouTube stream for Radio Plus.
It looks like St. Mary Springs is going to receive this kickoff, so that means we'll see number 5, Gannon Schwartz, as the kicker, not the receiver. So St. Mary Springs is they're gonna get the blessing of not having to kick to Gannon Schwartz to start this game.
So as you mentioned, Gannon Schwartz going to be the man with the honors here, taking the kickoff and going to launch it down the field.
And if you're wondering at home, you don't have to kick from the center of the field. Gannon chooses to kick from the center of the field. You could kick from either hash, or you could kick anywhere between the hashes. You just can't kick outside the hashes. Gannon sure does take a big step back. He's 10 yards back. He's going to get a boot in this one. He's been one of the best soccer players I've seen in the whole county in the last 6-7 years. Doesn't play soccer anymore, of course, but back in grade school.
Let's see what he can do here. As he approaches it with the right foot, going to launch it into the air. A little bit of a spinner, and that one's going to go towards the out-of-bounds line. And it certainly will. That'll get the flag, too, for going out of bounds.
And that's a no-no because it goes out of bounds. That's a big penalty. Now St. Mary Springs get the ball at the 35-yard line. That's great field position for St. Mary Springs. That's a small mistake on Gannon Schwartz.
So good opening position for Ben Anderson here. And that offensive unit will get going here for St. Mary Springs.
Now, last year, St. Mary Springs kicked off to Gannon Schwartz to start the game. Gannon Schwartz took the ball from the half-yard line and decided to take it and only got, 3-4 yards, giving his team very bad field position. St. Mary Springs had WLA backed up all the way to the 2-yard line to start the game last year. Obviously, St. Mary Springs did win that game and won the conference last year. It was 28-7. WLA was never really in that game last year. Like I said, the first play of the game, they were at the start of the 3-yard line. They did a 3-and-out. And now, this is interesting to note. Coach Highland elected to push him back and make him kick again.
Yeah, something you don't necessarily see all the time, especially in the high school level. Sometimes you want that field position right away.
5-yard penalty compared to getting the ball to 35, but he wants St. Mary Springs, notably Noah Mull, number 2. He wants Noah Mull to get this ball. Even though he's not the farthest one back, Highland wants him to get the ball, and he's going to get it.
Yeah, it's going to be a boot. Looks like Mull's going to let it go through. It's going to be a little miscommunication and just drop down right in front of the back of the goal, but...
Well, that all depends if did St. Mary Springs touch the ball, and the referees are
saying
they did touch the ball. I just got a flag. It's interesting to see. Did the ball go through Corbin Ruel's feet, his legs, and did not touch him? If that's the case, then the St. Mary Springs get the ball at the 35-yard line. But if it did touch any part of the body or jersey of St. Mary Springs and then went out of bounds, that means St. Mary Springs will get the ball at that 2 or 3 yard line, which would be terrible field position for the Ledgers. It looks like they're going to have to punt again. It doesn't appear that. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a third one. And that's what the flag was for. It didn't touch. It was a delayed flag, though. It was almost like he had to think about it, but it must not have touched Corbin Ruel. At least the referee didn't think it touched Corbin Ruel.
So we will get things started here, ladies and gentlemen, pretty soon here.
Are you sure, Johnny? We're 5 minutes into this game. The clock's still at 12 minutes.
Well, it's still at 12 minutes, and we are hoping for a kick that's going to be clean.
And I've seen this happen before. These guys at WLA, now this is the third time they're sprinting 50 yards. Sometimes you get a little tired. I mean, you remember WLA was out here 20 minutes before St. Mary Springs doing warm-ups. They had the donut tackling drill. They were really doing a lot of drills. These guys could be a little gassed right now. We'll see what happens here.
It certainly will.
Certainly looks like Gannon Schwartz is trying to kick in the far corner towards Ruel.
He's going to go that sort of direction.
That's a mistake.
Oh, dropped it by Mule. And he's going to be stopped just shy of the 40, I believe 39.
All that for an extra 3 yards. St. Mary Springs will take it. They're going to get the ball at the 38-yard line in the far hash.
So that's a good starting point for Ben Anderson in this offense for St. Mary Springs Ledgers as they look to get things going. And it's coming down to the gates, you got to expect maybe a pace setter, but also could go with the surprise play down like a streaking, just try to pick up those yards, see if WLA's off their heel.
St. Mary Springs loves to pass in the first couple drives of the game. Let's see what Coach Highland and Kyle Krieger, the offensive coordinator, has up his sleeves. Interesting formation. You got trips to the far side with Noah Mull to the near side.
And a man in motion. And he's going to fake the handoff, going to take it himself. Ben Anderson over to the far side, going to take it up for a first down, going to be stopped by a grouping of Vikings.
And if you missed the pregame show, if you're wondering who the heck number 13 is, that's Ben Anderson. His jersey last week got severely ripped so bad they couldn't even replace it. So he's not wearing the traditional number 3 like he normally does. He's in number 13, a JV jersey. Doesn't even have his name in the back. The best player in the conference, arguably, it looks like he's a sophomore out there running around.
That's a good point. I mean, no name on the back, no nothing. It's just kind of a little patchwork here on a Friday night.
Springs spreading them out a little bit.
Yeah, going to put a man in motion. Going to send it over to the near side. Moole taking a few steps and falling down. A good screen pass there.
And a better block by Khalil Ribak. He's been blocking great all year. That's number 8. He's in the near side, and his job is to block for Noah Mull. Noah Mull got the ball, gained some positive yards. That's another successful play. That's 2 successful plays in a row. I'm looking for the defense of WA to wake up a little bit. They have some great defenders. They have the number 4 and number 5 defensive players in the conference. Number 23, Frankie Wiedmeyer, and number 10, Spencer Lair. Keep an eye on those guys. They make a lot of tackles.
Anderson once again with looks like 2 receivers, 1 man in motion. Once again, Moole, as he takes a snap, going to hand it off. Up, Stellmacher's going to run it for, it looks like a first down.
Still not there.
And just a nice little run up the middle, breaking through some tackles.
So far, it doesn't look like WLA has an answer for St. Mary Springs' size, speed, and quickness. St. Mary Springs is having their way a little. I know it's only the first 3 plays, but you can judge a lot in the first 3 plays. WLA needs a stop here. They need a penalty, a negative play, something like that to kind of stop the bleeding here, or else Springs is going to march down this field and score.
They certainly might. As we see Anderson working out of the shotgun, going to be putting Moole once again. They like to move him, and they're going to give it off to him. He's going to run over to the far side, put a stiff arm on. He's going to get a good run, and this one's over to the far side. Moole will score, and there will be the first opening touchdown for St. Mary's Springs. Noah Mall.
Noah Mall's going to get all the glory, but I'm going to give some credit to number 81, Garver Beagle. Great block by the far side wide receiver, number 81, the junior Garver Beagle. Great block, and the defensive player sprung Mall for a touchdown.
So Mall scores early. It looks like that one came at with, 10-18 still left in the first quarter, which is pretty quick going of it. Now, if I do my math right, a minute 42.
Yeah, that was a quick score. 4 plays.
4 plays in a minute 42 for the St. Mary Springs Ledgers as we get the extra point attempt here.
And they have a sophomore snapper, sophomore holder, and a sophomore kicker.
And that one's going to go through, so it'll make it 7-0 in favor of St. Mary Springs. We'll take a quick step aside as we go to kickoff. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back here for Radio Plus.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
Welcome back to the Radio Plus sports broadcast of high school football in St. Mary Springs Ledgers versus Winnebago Lutheran Vikings here on a Friday night. Now I gotta ask you here, are they gonna kick it off right to Mr.
The way Coach Highland coaches in the past, he's gonna kick right to Schwartz and let his 11 guys get a lick on him early. Now Gannon Schwartz, the number 2 kick returner in the conference, has 3 touchdowns this year on kickoff returns. He's electric.
And they'll put it up into the sky. It'll be taken on and brought over to the far side. Going to be taken up through a couple missed tackles, but it's going to be stopped right about the 45.
And that's what all you can ask your kickoff return to do, keeping Schwartz contained, and anything less than 40 yards is a win for the Ledgers.
So good starting position once again for that the other side in Gannon Schwartz in this offense. Kiefenheim is going to be a notable player at that running back position as well. He's pretty stacked roster for this Vikings team, and obviously the Ledgers probably know most of them.
Their 3-headed monsters are their running back, Kiefenheim, their quarterback, Schwartz, and you'll see Miles McCulley, number 15. He's a 6'4", 200-pound wide receiver. The defensive backs, the Ledgers, don't have a lot of height, so look for them to go to Miles McCulley up top.
Schwartz takes snap, going to keep it himself, run right up the middle, and gets blockaded by a bunch of Ledgers. No running room there.
Now, something to note, this is Gannon Schwartz's first year playing quarterback. Not just this year on varsity, his whole life. Grade school, freshman year, sophomore year, he was always a wide receiver running back. This year they decided he's such electric, you got to get the ball in his hands as much as possible, and that's obviously the quarterback position. The first play of the game was not successful. They went backwards.
And we'll see what Schwartz can do on second down. Kiefenheim back there with him as well. He's going to put a man in motion and going to pitch it off. Going to be running over to the near side. Going to get tackled by 2 Ledgers. It's going to be a gain of a few. And was that looks like that was Wiedmeyer, excuse me.
That was a successful play for the Vikings. Now they got 3rd and long, though. The Ledgers got him right where they wanted. The Ledgers are just on a bend, but don't break. The Ledgers will give up, anything up to the first down. It's just as long as they get the punt team out there. That's their goal.
Ledgers hoping for a short 3-and-out here to get things going. That's always a good pace setter for that defense.
Gannon Schwartz's game is undeniably running the ball. This is a passing situation. We're going to see what he's made of here in the passing game.
Schwartz with the lone backfield is going to scurry over to his right side, going to try to work it up the middle, going to get tackled down short of the first down yardage, probably a good 2 or 3 yards. And it looks like the punt unit will likely come out. We'll see what happens here.
Good.
Schwartz is laboring down on the field.
That's not good. Looks like a knee injury or some sort of leg injury on Gannon Schwartz. Obviously, their star player. Not only does he play offense, but he plays defense and is on every special team. Let's just hope that he's okay.
So with that, we will take a 30-second step aside for a commercial break, and we'll be back here for Ledger football.
Oh, my God.
Hey, I'm Jeff Cornelli. I'm the owner of Tavern on the Avenue, Bob's on the Avenue, Just Love Coffee on the Avenue. Just Love Coffee is a franchise out of Nashville, Tennessee. We actually interviewed 30 different people, and these people are above and beyond better than anybody else. 90% of the money that is made in the coffee shop is donated to charities. There's nothing in Fond du Lac like this business. It's very upscale, it's family oriented. We got kids games, the kids can play their games, the families can come here at birthday parties and have coffee at the same time.
Say, like, who do you got returning for Ledgers?
Yeah, Schwartz looks like he's going to be walking off under his own power. We're hoping it's going to be good, but who do you think is going to be returning for Ledgers?
That's Khalil Reback. Now, he didn't start the season at punt returns. That was more by Jack Holden and Ben Baker, but both of those guys are out for injuries, so we're going to the senior, number 8, Khalil Reback. Let's see what he can do.
High snap, going to be taken in, going to be punted away a little bit short. Going to be Reback picking it up over through the middle. He's going to be chased down from the backside and going to be stopped just shy of the 50.
One thing to note, that was sophomore kicker Evan Cole who came in and punted. He's punted a couple times this year, but that was because Gannon Schwartz had to come out for an injury. I don't think Gannon Schwartz's injury is too serious because he was able to walk off on his own power. But something to note, he does kickoffs and he does punts. So we'll see if Evan Cole's going to be punted the rest of the game or Gannon Schwartz will be okay to come back out there.
So 1st and 10 for the Ledgers from the 38.
Gannon Schwartz is not back in the game yet on defense.
Anderson with the lone backfield. Got 2 to his right, 1 to his left. The man in motion is going to be Ruel. Has the screen pass thrown short and stopped by the Vikings. A good job there on that first down. Holding them to probably even yardage. It looks like on the alignment here. Going to be at that 48.
The Ledgers call that the rocket screen, where the wide receiver is actually running towards the ball, not away from the ball, not to the sidelines. He's running towards the ball. That was an excellent pass by number 13, Ben Anderson. He threw it right in the numbers, but great defense on the Vikings. They were able to close down on Khalil Reback and get him for no gain.
And once again, 2nd down and 10 for the Ledgers from the 48. Lone backfield. Man in motion. The guy jumped on the Vikings, and it looks like that one's going to get called.
That'll be a free 5 yards to Ledgers. It'll replace 2nd down. It'll be 2nd and 5.
So 2nd and 5 coming up. What do you expect here from the Ledgers to run?
Well, a lot of motion. If you notice, almost every single play has been motion. And a lot of times Ledgers do that to find out, is WLA in man-to-man or they in zone? In a motion, if a guy runs across the field and if someone from WLA goes with him, well, you know it's man-to-man. WLA played a lot of man-to-man last year in this game. So far, I haven't quite noticed what they've been doing. I haven't seen a lot of man-to-man. So that's one of the things that St. Mary's Springs does in offense to see what the defense is going to do.
And they get Reback in the game as well at receiver. He's going to be over on the side with Ruel. As we wait for Anderson to take the snap, he will take snap. Look over to his right side. Going to throw it. This one's going to be incomplete and intercepted. Tipped up and intercepted. That one looks like it was picked off by Mr. Elke.
He's only a sophomore, 5'9", 145-pound sophomore, but the Vikings don't have a ton of seniors, so a lot of these sophomores and juniors. WLA wants to win this game. This is a big game for them. But I think everyone at WLA is kind of circling next year. Next year is their year. That is where a lot of these players that are getting experience this year will be able to shine next year with a whole extra year of experience.
So Owen Elke gets the first turnover of the game at 7:02, which can make things interesting, just pace setting and that sort of thing. They came in with a 3-and-out, and now they're looking to get the ball back on the shorter field, starting at the 42 of their own sideline.
And back what I was saying before, WLA only has 5 seniors. That's a very low class. So a lot of these guys out here are juniors and sophomores. That's why I'm saying next year WLA will be very strong.
Gannon Schwartz is back in the game. And he takes a snap, fakes the pitch, goes over to his left side, throws one downfield. That one's intercepted, back-to-back turnovers, and now St. Mary Springs gets the pick.
Great play by Corbin Ruel, who's not normally a defensive player, but he's in there because of injuries to Jack Holzman and Ben Baker. Corbin Ruel was actually beat. Miles McCulley had him beat deep, but Gannon Schwartz couldn't get enough umph on the ball, threw it short, and Ledger ball, picks it. Pick Ledger ball, here we go.
And you got to think back-to-back, playing that Uno reverse card a little bit here for the Ledgers and just trying to get it back, and they did get it back. As we once again will get Anderson. Anderson's got two to his right, two to his left. Lone backfield for him, puts Ruel in motion, takes a snap, hands it off, over to Ruel, streaking across the middle of the field, going to be taken down back behind the sticks. That might be a loss of 2.
And Corbin Ruel's a senior, and I see him playing a lot tonight. It might be a little bit of a, you're a senior, you're going to get some special touches tonight. Number 33, Will Stelmacher, is primarily the featured back in the backfield, but they're getting Ruel the ball quite a bit.
And we do see Stelmacher back in the game. He should be lining up, you'd think, on the hit off the hip of Anderson in this one.
I will take a mention, number 4, Cole Keivenheim. What a tackle. He was like a body slam WWF wrestle style in that last play.
And a little bit of motion here.
That's called Badger. The Ledgers do that to mess with the defense.
Hand off to Stelmacher. He's going to run right up the middle. Gain of probably 6 or 7.
That last play, if you notice, Noah Mall, the tight end, was on the near side, and then before the snap, he actually went to the other side. And what the Ledgers do that is they mess with the defense because Noah Mall comes to the near side. WLA is saying strong left, because that's where the tight end is. So that's where they put their big blockers, their big guys, their big tacklers. But when Noah Mall goes to the other side, it kind of defeats that whole purpose of having a strong side or weak side on the defense.
Ledgers looking to break the huddle, and they will. And they've got a 3rd and 6. So a 3rd and long for the Ledgers here. Mall goes in motion. Looking over towards his direction, not going to throw it. That one's going to be completed and caught by Rebeck.
Great catch by Clue Rebeck. That was not an excellent pass by Ben Anderson. It was kind of low, kind of almost call it a shoelace catch. And that's a very dangerous place to put it to a wide receiver because he's thinking, okay, there's inside linebackers, there's inside free safeties that are maybe going to take my head off. In order for him to go down and get that ball, great concentration on the senior Clue Rebeck. Excellent catch.
Once again, 1st and 10 for the Ledgers as they work it from the 47.
Again, a lot of passing.
A little bit of a jump, I thought, but not going to be called.
Maybe that's why the Ledgers like to pass. They haven't been that successful in the run tonight. A couple of their runs have been negative losses like that one there. The Ledgers have passed almost equal here, 50-50 run and pass.
And it'll bring up 2nd and 12. So starting behind the sticks in the second drive here, I guess. Or not drive necessarily, but, second first down. Second drive.
WLA is doing much better this drive than the first drive. The Vikings have shown me that they can actually stop the Ledgers. The first drive of the game was 4 plays, touchdown. They went 65 yards in 4 plays. That was not good defense. The Vikings still need to hold strong here. Another two downs.
As we see Anderson lined up in the backfield, he's going to take the snap, look downfield, throw it over to the far sideline. That one's going to be caught and running away with it. Once again are the St. Mary Springs Ledgers for a long touchdown there. And I believe that catch was by Buechel.
Number 81, Garber Buechel. He had the great block to do the first touchdown for Noah Mount. Now he's going to get his name mentioned and the touchdown pass. Number 81, Garber Buechel, the junior speedster. He runs a 4.5 40, Johnny. The guy's got wheels, to say the least.
And he's in a good position, lining up on that outside. Just got to beat one man, and he did certainly do that.
The near side receiver was also open. Lots of opening. I don't expect the Ledgers to just run the ball. If they can pass with success like they have today, they'll keep passing the ball. Kyle Krieger, the offensive coordinator for Ledgers, doesn't have to run the ball. He'll pass all day if he can.
And the kick is up, and that one looks to be good. So that score comes at 7:48 in the first quarter. We'll take another 30-second break and be back here for more Ledgers football. They lead 14-0.
Beyond the Avenue. Just Love Coffee is a franchise out of Nashville, Tennessee. We actually interviewed 30 different people, and these people are above and beyond better than anybody else. 90% of the money that is made in the coffee shop is donated to charities. There's nothing in Fond du Lac like this business. It's very upscale, it's family oriented. We got kids games, the kids can play their games, the families can come here at birthday parties and have coffee at the same time.
14-0 is the scoreboard here from Fruth Field in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Johnny Sant, Brad Lenz on the call for Radio Plus. And really kind of a hot start for those Ledgers as they get things going against WLA. WLA looking for a way to respond as we wait for this kickoff and get that drive going. Now, they did throw a pick in their last drive, and it was kind of a back-to-back. It was, I believe, a fumble and a pick. I can't remember. Maybe a pick and a pick.
It was a pick and a pick. Ben Anderson threw an interception to the Vikings, and the Vikings gave it right back to the next play.
So sending it downfield, it's going to be taken on by WLA. They're going to take it through the middle of the field, and it's going to be stopped just about the 35, maybe 36, depending on the ref spot. It looks like 36 of their own sideline.
I'm going to give you a fact here. You know, I hate to bring this up to the Vikings fans that are listening in, but the last time WLA defeated St. Mary Springs, 2007.
Oof.
Now, the last time WLA won a conference outright was 2003. These are some long. WLA last year was their year. They really thought they had it. Unfortunately, they came one game short to Ledgers last year. Trust me, WLA is going to be competitive. This game will not be a blowout. I don't think WLA is going to lay down and die.
Schwartz throws it over to the near hashes. That one will be completed, but a flag is on the play. Looked like that one's for Kiefenheim.
Either holding or illegal formation.
You've got to think. We get a holding.
Yeah. On Miles McCulley. Miles, you're 6'4", 200 pounds. You don't even need to do that. You're stronger and bigger than the defensive backs to Ledgers. And I think that's what WLA was thinking. Let's get the ball outside. Let's let our big wide receiver get a hand on these shorter, not maybe the arm reach that Miles McCulley has. Miles McCulley, when you look at him, he looks like a quarterback. In fact, I had him penciled in to be the quarterback this year. I don't fault Coach Lair for making Gannon Schwartz a quarterback because he's an electric player, but those two have been a great combination. Schwartz at quarterback and McCulley at wide receiver.
So taking a snap, faking the handoff, throwing it over to the far sideline. Incomplete for a couple there, but still working behind the sticks at the 1st and 20 they had. Now it's going to be a little bit closer, maybe 12.
Is it just me, or is WLA really trying to work the outside? Their runs have been jet sweeps. Their passes have all been screen passes to the outside. They do not want, it seems to me, Johnny, they don't want to run the ball inside.
They haven't certainly done that, and you'd think, you know, with the talent of Schwartz, they might go inside, and Kiefenheim as well.
But keep in mind, Kiefenheim and Schwartz aren't actively, they're not really big guys. I mean, Schwartz is only, let's see, Gannon Schwartz is a 5'9", 155-pound guy. He's not overly big. His game is outside in space.
As we wait for Schwartz to take the snap, puts a man in motion, sends him around the backside, going to fake the handoff, going to throw it over to the near side. Slipping and falling is Kiefenheim, and he's going to get flocked down by a number of Ledgers.
And again, another play designed to go outside. St. Mary Springs is stuff in the middle. Noel Mall was blitzing the A-gap there. He's number 2, the inside linebacker. The leader of that defense, Noel Mall, we'll be saying his name a lot tonight. He was blitzing. It was good that WLA didn't go inside, but it's very apparent to me that WLA wants to go outside because they don't think they can match up to the inside strength of the Ledgers defensive linemen.
And that certainly is an interesting point. If you work into the outside, obviously the Ledgers are going to pick up on that and realize what they're doing.
The Ledgers probably won't do anything different. Everyone on the 11 guys in defense has a job. Contain, pressure, force your guy inside. As long as they do their job, the defense will do good.
Schwartz looking to take the snap. He certainly will. And he'll be just ran up the middle and going to be snuck through. It's going to be, got the number on there. That one's going to be, it looks like Brenner with a good carry.
What?
So we were just talking about the outside. Now they go right up the middle.
That was some smash mouth football by WLA. They pulled 3 guys, the far side guard, tackle, and slot guy, all were coming to the near side here. That was some smash mouth football. I don't see that a lot from WLA, but kudos to them for taking that to Ledgers on a big first down.
So now they'll be working from the 49 of the Ledgers. We got 2:26 left in the first quarter. Schwartz going to look in the backfield, take the snap. He's going to hand this one off to Kiefenheim. He's going to get another good run right up the middle.
Hey, the middle now is back-to-back working there, so it looks like WLA is now going to do a little bounce here. So those are 2 successful plays. One were a big first down, and now 2nd and short. Now the playbook's wide open. Schwartz doesn't have to pass on 2nd and 4. He's able to do what he does best. Maybe it's a quarterback draw, which is basically go back, fake pass, get those linebackers to drop back to their zones, and then run it. Gannon Schwartz, ball's in his hands. You got to keep him contained. If he gets outside, he can take it to the house in one play just like that.
See what he does here as he takes a snap. He's going to hand it off. Looks like it's going to be brought up to kind of to the outside on a strong play by Kiefenheim.
What a great tackle by number 2, Noah Mall. He jumped at him and used his body and athleticism and strength to whip the running back down. That was an athletic play.
So 3rd and 1 for the Vikings. They look to get this first down here and keep the drive moving. They are trailing 14-0 after giving up that previous touchdown to Buechel.
Good little drive thus far for the Vikings, but again, they got to keep the chains going. It's a tough yard here. The Letters brought an extra defensive lineman in. They're going to stuff the middle, and they're going to make the Vikings go outside, and that's what you want on 3rd and short. To go outside, run a far way to get on. Oh, bad snap.
And a high snap's going to be madness as Schwartz will pick it up on the move. He's going to look for a pass, not going to be able to find it. Keep working to the near side, and he's going to get the first down and a little more. So that's the feature again in Schwartz. That high snap, just kind of a scramble over to the near side and panicked and ran right for a first down.
And Coach Howland's furious because he's been teaching and preaching all week. Look out. This dude, Gannon Schwartz, is fastest guy in the conference. Don't believe the film. He's faster in real life, folks. That should have been a 20-yard loss. He turned it into a 20-yard gain. That was unbelievable. Gannon Schwartz, my first team all-conference player for sure this year.
Gannon Schwartz making something out of nothing there. Lemonade out of lemons.
That's for sure. Letters back to their 3-down linemen. They're more of a pass protection now. Another bad snap.
Another high snap. 2 in a row here.
Maybe that's their trick play.
It might be. As this one will be completed, maybe they're going to say that might want to hit the ground.
In high school football, if your knee touches, you're down at that spot, and that's what Miles McCulley did. He had to go down to his shoelaces. His knee touched just barely, but just enough for the referee to call it dead. He's down. Now, in the NFL, if you're not touched, you can get up and go, but in high school and college or grade school, you're down at that spot.
And it's going to bring up a long 2nd down as they work about 2nd and 17, 18.
They're bringing in Ben Anderson, number 13, to play as an extra defensive back for the Letters. They're expecting pass.
As one would in this kind of situation. Bad snaps back-to-back. Let's see if we can get a clean one here.
That same play they had on a big first down, that pulling guards.
Run it right through up the middle, and it's going to work again. But there looks like there is a flag here on that backside of that play.
That play has worked twice. Make a note of that, Johnny. They like that play a lot. They're bringing the far side guard and the tackle all the way to the near side here. They're just playing some smash mouth football there. I like that.
So Vikings changing things up a little bit, finding some yards.
That's a pretty tricky play. Schwartz, the quarterback, gets it in shotgun formation. Then he hands it off to Kiefenheim. And then Kiefenheim hands it off to Frankie Wiedmeyer. It's a double handoff. And the Letters are just not really ready for that play. I haven't seen them run that play this year or last year. That's a new little wrinkle. It's taken the Letters a little bit by surprise because not only is it a little bit of a trickery play, but you got 2 big guys pulling, the guard and the tackle on that far side pulling, taking out defensive linemen for the Letters. But all negated because of the penalty.
Yep. As we wait on here, it looks like a timeout was taken.
I don't know if it's a timeout.
Or maybe just
to sort everything out. What kind of penalty this was.
So we do have 17 seconds left.
The Vikings got out of that huddle quick. They wanted to catch the Letters by surprise.
And it's going to be handoff. Kiefenheim taking it for a few yards. Gain of 3.
I like that little play. The Vikings broke the huddle and everyone rushed up the line, got down, and did a quick snap, probably on set or on down, trying to catch the Letters. Maybe not a mouth guard in, maybe still getting there in a 3-point stance. You try to catch it a little bit by surprise.
And now with the end of the first quarter, we go to the Lens Truck Center Athlete of the Week. Taylor Schomburg from Mayville is the Athlete of the Week. We'll give you a little presentation here.
Each and every week, Lens Truck Center and Radio Plus Video Sports salute an area student athlete.
We got a lot of returning guys on the line this year, and it's going to be very important that they're getting a good push for me because last year's success doesn't happen without them. And I think that my ability that I can use just to read blocks once they get that push, I think that makes all the difference.
Takes a snap. Gives to Schomburg. Schomburg, hole, right side.
Congratulations to Lamira's Taylor Schomburg. He is our Student Athlete of the Week this week.
The support from the community is tremendous. We've got all kinds of people around that do a lot of things for us, and the atmosphere at the stadium is just second to none.
Schomburg leads the Wisconsin Flyway in rushing with over 1,200 yards, 17 touchdowns, and averages 152 a game. Again, Taylor Schomburg's our Student Athlete of the Week from Radio Plus Video Sports and Lens Truck.
We got the trucks! Hello, folks. Brad Lenz here with Johnny Samp at Fruth Field in Fond du Lac. We got an update, Johnny. If you're watching the scoreboards of the Flyway, Mayville 7, Lamira 0. Why is that a big game? Because if Mayville can hold on and win that game, and Springs can continue to beat WLA at this game, that would be a two-way tie. Both teams would get a gold ball for their trophy case. That'd be both conference championships for Lamira and St. Mary Springs. But Springs needs Mayville to win tonight.
As we wait on, Schwartz going to be taking the snap. He's going to roll over to his left, looking downfield. Good pressure on him. Spins out a 1 and 2. Going to work out a 3 and going to throw it, and I believe incomplete.
Number 5, Brody Highland had him dead to rights from the far side here, just chasing his tail off. But Gannon Schwartz is elusive. He eluded 3 guys for the Ledgers defense, and then it took a batted down to bat that ball down. Gannon Schwartz, I'm telling you, watching him in real life is even more exciting than on film. He is electric, man. He is tough to get down.
Yeah, and he's been really tough. I mean, we had the 2 high snaps that turned into positive yardage.
Yeah, and the worst thing about the Ledgers, he's only a junior. He's coming back next year. And this year was a very interesting year for the Flyway, Johnny. All the starting quarterbacks this year, this was their first time starting. It didn't matter if it was Camel Sport, North Fondy, St. Mary Springs. For example, Gannon Schwartz, he replaced Lair from last year, who was a first-team all-conference player. Ben Anderson replaces Max Bauer from last year. This is their first time starting quarterback position this year, Ben Anderson and Schwartz.
So 4th and 17 calls for the punt. As we see it lifted into the night sky, going to bounce a little bit, going to roll in favor of the Vikings, going to get down there, actually pretty close, pretty good punt there.
Hey, no reason for Gannon Schwartz to be the punter if number 12, the sophomore, Evan Cole, is going to do that. What a great punt by Cole.
And it's going to be the 1 yard line starting field position for the Ledgers.
Well, looks like Gannon Schwartz doesn't have to punt anymore. They got Cole to do this. They give Schwartz a rest every now and then.
So 1st and 10 from the 1. For the Ledgers.
And Evan Cole was the quarterback last year on the JV team as a freshman, so he's a very talented player. Look for him to be a big contributor next year for the Vikings on both sides of the ball.
Ledgers break the huddle. Going to be looking to get something here, get out of that backfield of theirs. As they will take the snap, run it over to the far side. Going to be taken up, and a good first down.
Ben Anderson, number 13.
Just powering the legs a little bit and getting things going.
Well, you know, look at Ben Anderson. I mean, we've been talking about Gannon Schwartz. Let's give Ben Anderson some love. He's the number 1 passer in the Flyway. Okay, but not only that, he runs the ball. Let's see where he is in rushing. Ben Anderson rushing the ball is number 9 in the conference in rushing. He really does it all. You know, I don't know who the offensive player of the year is going to be this year. Ben Anderson or Schaumburg from Lamira, or maybe Gannon Schwartz, or maybe the quarterback Ryan Clark from Mayville, or maybe Harvesty, the running back from Mayville. But it's really this last game of the season could really be the tipping point, who the coaches are going to vote for. Because remember, it's not a statistical thing. It's about the coaches thing. The coaches are going to settle this in a room, all deciding who the player of the year is, who's first team, who's second team.
Bucco goes in motion. Anderson going to keep it himself, run up the middle. Gets a few.
And like we said in the pregame, Ben Anderson's got stitches in the top of his head. He's playing tonight with stitches because he had an injury today at school during homecoming week. That's got to be a little bit painful, you know, putting his head down, getting into a linebacker. I mean, I don't think they hit the crown of his head that time, but you got to be a little winching at home, especially his mom or dad. Like, oh, geez, does that hurt my son? I'm feeling for number 13, Ben Anderson. I hope he's not hurting that helmet. I mean, I'm sure Coach Highland's got some padding on there, but that's got to be weird to be able to play a football game with stitches on the crown of your head.
So 2nd and 7 for Anderson as he takes the snap. He's going to hand this one off. Running right up the middle is Stelmacher.
Oh, Stelmacher was running hard there. He was looking for someone to run over.
Yeah, he was looking to hit somebody square on.
Now, Stelmacher, he's the number 5 rusher in the conference. He's got 532 yards, and he's not too far behind the quarterback with 445 yards. That's Ben Anderson. They're at number 5 and number 9. If you're wondering on WLA's side, they got Cole Kiefenheim, number 4. He's the 6th ranked rusher. And when I say ranked, by yards. Kiefenheim's got 516 yards rushing this season.
1 man to the right, 2 men to the left, 2 men to the left for Anderson. He almost got a man to jump there as well on the Vikings. It's going going to be, I believe, Stellmacher with the carry, running right up the middle, just a gain of a few.
Well, he was running so hard that previous play, I think the Ledger said, you know what, we're going to feed you again, Will Stellmacher. Now, Will Stellmacher, remember, this is his first action this season on varsity. Last year, he was a JV player. He's only a junior, so WLA's got a test for him next year, just like St. Mary Springs got a test for Gannon Schwartz next year on the other side of the ball. So Will Stellmacher, number 33, a huge contributor this year. Next year, he's going to be taking a big load off the offensive line.
10 minutes left in the first half as we see Anderson once again working and putting a receiver in motion. Going to take the snap. Stellmacher in the backfield. He's going to get popped and going to be stopped short of that first down marker.
Great block by number 5, Brody Highland. He came in motion. He got his guy. Not a lot of yards in that play, but Brody Highland did do his job. Here go Ledgers, 3rd and long. Now look for Ben Anderson. Open it up again. Like I said, they've been passing quite a bit this game with success.
So the scoreboard reads 3rd and 5, and we'll have to go with that.
And this is almost an automatic pass. You got Will Stellmacher coming out of the game, and you got all the receivers in. You got Khalil Rearback, Noah Mall. This is called twins right, twins left.
We'll see what they can do here. Anderson takes a snap, looks over his left side, throws to Stellmacher.
No, it's Ruel.
Ruel, excuse me. And he popped.
I love it.
He popped the man on the backside of that play.
Oh, geez, what a great finish of that run. Corbin Ruel, the senior, saying, hey, I'm going to take over this game. He was putting a lick on those Vikings down there. They didn't want a piece of him. That was a great run. Way to finish the run well.
Parker Mellenbach takes the big hit at the end of that one.
And remember, Gannon Schwartz plays both sides. He's number 5 of the defensive back. He's also in that play. The Ledgers know that. They're going to try to take it to him.
As we see Anderson going to pitch it out to the outside, going to be taken up for a couple of yards. Gain of 2 there.
And that's called lead option. Ben Anderson did his job. He went right at the outside linebacker. That guy was not touched. Ben Anderson is taught to get upfield and go right at him. Attack him right to the numbers. And at the very last second, if that linebacker takes you, pitch the ball, Ben. If that linebacker would have taken Stellmacher, Ben Anderson would have put his foot in the ground and got upfield and got what Coach Allen says, take what the defense gives you.
So let's see what they got here, and it's 2nd and 7. Anderson looking to take the snap, will take the snap, looks over to his right side, throws it way downfield. This one could be good, ladies and gentlemen, and it is dropped. Wide open receiver, not able to get it.
Good pass. We won't talk about the catch, Johnny. We won't talk about that. Garber wishes he had that one back. That's Garber Beagle. He was looking for his 2nd touchdown tonight. He was thinking, hey, I'm going to be the Len Truck Center play of the game, but you got to catch it first, Garber.
Yep, was certainly indeed, and he had a wide open field in front of him.
Now Garber's pretty tired. That was a 50-yard sprint. Garber's coming out, number 22. Jack Slens is coming in. Jack Slens, more of a blocking wide receiver. When Jack Slens is in, look for them to run at him. He was a tight end last year in the JV. Could really get good hands. He's got big hands, big strong kid. He can put a lick on for a defensive back.
And looking over to the left side, switching it up, going to be thrown over to Maul. Maul's going to keep those feet and the heels up in front, block a couple tackles, he keeps going. Just keeps fighting Vikings off, and finally he goes down.
Well, that's why it's worth the price of admission. If you spend $6 to come to this game, that play alone is worth it, because Noah Maul, number 2, is exciting, but he's exciting in a way that's like you cheer for the guy because he's always looking to put a lick on the defensive player, run a guy over, and when he's on defense, he's looking to pancake a guy. You got to take your hats off. You got to love watching number 2 play, Noah Maul. If you have a whole bunch of Noah Mauls, you'll be state champs, guaranteed.
Yeah, with that one, he was fighting for extra yards, and he was gotten 3 guys on him.
Noah Maul saying, hey, Schaumburg, not so fast for Offensive Player of the Year. I want some votes, too. This game's not only for the W, but to get first team or maybe Player of the Year.
So it looks like Anderson's going to take the snap with a Mr. Stellmacher over to his left hip. Anderson's going to take it up the middle and find a lane. And he'll get the score. QB keeper on that one.
St. Mary Springs, what a great call. They spreaded everyone out. They had wide receivers on the far side and the near side. They spread the Vikings out. That was called a quarterback draw. Ben Anderson gets the ball. He takes one step back. It's a run all the way. He puts his foot in the ground, gets upfield. Ben Anderson's very elusive and quick. I don't think he was even touched, Johnny.
I don't think so either. He kind of split everybody in half. And that score comes at 3:56 in quarter number 2.
Yeah, Ben Anderson caught the inside linebacker of the Vikings guessing. That inside linebacker went out to the far side thinking it was going to be a quick pitch. Ben Anderson went where he was. No one there for the Vikings to make the tackle. Ooh,
and kick gets blocked there, so it will remain 20-0 in favor of the St. Mary Springs Ledgers. We'll take a quick step aside after that score And we'll be right back here on Radio Plus. And Ledgers score another one, making it 20-0. Anderson with the keeper. Split right up the middle. I mean, a beautiful running pitch and catch there. Snap, and then Tug taking it. Kind of hesitated there, Brad. And just found a lane and went right through it.
The hesitation's on purpose. That's what the coaches teach him. You want to act like you're passing. That's why you got to take that step back, and you get everyone to commit. And then you go where the defense isn't. And that's exactly what happened. Great play call by the Ledgers. And now Bentley Coots did not kick that extra point. That's one of his first misses of the season. Now, he did miss one last year against WLA as a sophomore, as a freshman kicker. He's a sophomore now.
As this kick will be brought up, a little bit short, going to be fielded on the bounce. Once again, Schwartz. Schwartz makes a man miss, goes over to the far sideline, going to take it head down and barrel across the 30-yard line. 31 give him for the opening drive here.
One thing to note on the kickoff team, number 31, Ben Baker, number 4. Ben Baker's not playing tonight. He's got a broken collarbone. On kickoff, he was that for sure tackler. He would save a touchdown almost every single game. Last year as a sophomore, and this year as a junior. So that means that someone else has also got to step up on the kickoff return. On the kickoff team for the Ledgers, and someone is, because so far Gannon Schwartz has been held in check.
And now once again we'll repeat his name. Gannon Schwartz going to be taking the snap with 3 men to the right, 1 man in motion. He's going to take the snap, he's going to hand it off, and it's going to be brought up the middle. Again, they're trying to run that same play that they worked so well in the beginning. Now it's starting to slow down a little bit.
It's similar, but slightly different. That was more of a jet sweep reverse, but a lot of misdirection. I like the play calling. That obviously worked. Now we got 6 yards, remember 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 5. That was a successful play by the Vikings.
So 2nd and 5. And ball's going to be on 37 for the Winnebago Lutheran Vikings. Taking the snap. Once again, Keifman going to be running it up the middle and going to get close to the first downs. It looks like based on the ref's spot, it's going to be a first down. Chains are going to lead. And we will have a first down there.
And if you look, you got Gannon Schwartz, Jr., Cole Keifman at number 4, who just made that run there, Jr., Spencer Lair, number 10, Jr., Miles McCulley is one of the seniors that they're losing, but a lot of these guys are back. WLA's next year. Circle it, write it down. Say Brad Lenz told you the Vikings will contend for the conference championship next year. This year they've taken their knocks, but these guys got experience to come back next year, be ready even more.
So Addison Jones Real Estate moves the chains for the Vikings first down. Call Addison Jones and then call the movers. As we take the snap, it's going to be the reverse right up the middle. We heard you whisper it there, same play, and it worked.
But why would you change? If the Ledgers can't stop it, keep going. Fondy across town, they've made it known that if they run a play, doesn't matter if it's power, blast, dive, and it's successful, they're going to keep running that same play until the defense shows that you can stop it. I don't see why WA would change anything. They're getting 5-6 yards every time they run a play.
2nd and 3 for the Vikings. Right on the 50-yard line is going to be Schwartz. Excuse me, he's going to be behind the 50-yard line, but the ball's going to be on the 50. Schwartz looking over to the right side, going to float one up. That one's going to be caught for incompleted. Great pitch and catch there.
That's Miles McCulley, and like I said in the pregame show, he's 6'4", 200 pounds. He's got long arms. He's very athletic. He's going on a much shorter defensive back. That's Corbin Ruel. If he goes on the other side, he's got someone even shorter, Joey Kuhn. So no matter what Springs throws at him, Miles McCulley's a mismatch. Watch it. They'll like to pick on that. If I was WLA, I would keep trying to get Miles McCulley in this game on the passing game. He's an electric pass receiver.
1st and 10 for the Vikings, coming from the 30-yard line. As he looks to put the man in motion. 2 men in motion, excuse me. Keifman moving to the backfield now, going to take the snap. Over to Keifman. He's going to hesitate. Going to get locked up, it looks like, by a bunch of Ledgers, though.
Back to Miles McCulley to back up what I said with some stats. Miles McCulley, number 15, the 6'4", 200-pound wide receiver. He's 6 in the conference, Johnny. 6 in the conference. He's got 220 yards. He's got 2 touchdowns. He's got averages 31 yards a game. He's 6th in the conference in passing. Now to give some love to the Ledger's side, Noah Mao, their stud, number 2. We talked about him before. He's the 3rd leading receiver in the conference. And Noah Mao this is his first year ever playing, in that role. He was always a guard his sophomore year and junior year as well.
Schwartz with the lone backfield. He's got 2 to his right, 1 man in motion. That's Keifman. Same play right up the middle, and it's going to open up a little bit, but nothing there.
Finally stopped by the Ledgers. Number 10, Braden Freund. That's the first time they've ran that play for a negative yard. Now watch this, Johnny. Write it down. They run that play where Gannon Schwartz gets the ball. He hands it off to a running back, and that running back hands off to another one. It's only a matter of time before he doesn't hand off that second time, and he's going to go almost a fake reverse around the edge. WLA is setting the Ledgers up. You watch.
See what we got here with a big 3rd and 10 coming for the Vikings.
Good drive so far for the WLA. They're trying to scratch themselves back in this game.
Yeah, it's kind of stalled out though here. We'll see what they can do here with Schwartz. Takes a snap. Is going to roll over to his right side. Going to be looking to run, and he's going to get locked up. Ledgers right there.
And when the Ledgers see number 5 running, they know he's fast, but they're salivating in the mouth because when you can hit a quarterback like that, that's always good for the defense. The more licks you can get on a quarterback early in the game, the better off you'll be in the 3rd or 4th quarter.
So the Vikings will take a timeout, and we'll take a step aside too for 30 seconds, and we'll be right back here for Radio Plus Sports.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
High school sports today on Radio Plus Info is presented by these 4 Fond du Lac Edward Jones Financial Advisors: Matt Moses, Jeff Willis, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Elstead. Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Welcome back to the Radio Plus broadcast of St. Mary Springs football. And they have the Winnebago Lutheran Ledgers, Johnny Samp and Brad Lenz here on the call today, and it's been a fun one.
It's been fun, but it's about to get funner. This is 4th down. Now, they always come out in this formation. Usually, Gannon Schwartz drops back the punt, but I think they're going for it here. Watch this.
See what we do here. Schwartz is going to look for it. He's going to look downfield. He's got a high arcing pass, and that one's incomplete.
He had him. Corbin Ruel was beat deep. Gannon Schwartz, what a great pass by Schwartz. He put it right in his hands. The receiver, I can't tell from the number. It's so far down. Oh, penalty.
And we get a late call. Could be interesting.
But the penalty is going to be after the play. It's going to be Ledger's ball, but they're going to get a penalty maybe for some extracurricular activities.
Could be, and it looks to be that way. As we wait on.
But because the penalty was after the play, it's going to be Ledger ball, 1st down, going right to left.
Certainly it will. Ledger's 1st and 10. Looks like they're going to have to start from the, well, now it's going to change up a little bit. They're inside the 10 for the huddle.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty from where the previous
so
spot
that'd be at
was.
the 13.
Yeah, not good field position, but we got 4 minutes left. The Ledger's going to try to do a drive here to try to get one more touchdown before the half.
Yeah, let's see what they can do here. Anderson's been good. He's got a couple. I mean, he could have had a pass there with the Buchel. Just came off the hands of that last drive.
Yeah, that was that could have been a game changer. Number 45, Jackson Sabo, the sophomore tight end. He's in for Noah Mall. They're going to give Noah Mall a little rest here. Give Sabo some well-deserved action on the varsity.
As Anderson takes a snap, he's going to hand this one off right up the middle. And running right through the tackles once again. And he'll keep going is Stellmacher. And he'll bring it over to the 50, and he's doing well in that middle, running right up the middle, kind of finding the seams in between linemen.
What did Will Stellmacher have for lunch or dinner? He looks like he's a step faster tonight. He looks like he's just so quick and electric tonight. He's a great rusher, don't get me wrong, Johnny. But tonight he looks like he's got a little bit more giddy up to his step. I love it.
Yeah, Stellmacher kind of put a little juke on and then found a seam and ran right through it.
Stellmacher's saying, hey, flyweight, check me out. I'm only a junior. I'm the one that's coming back. All you big studs are all graduating. Number 33, Will Stellmacher, write his name down. He might be the force to be reckoned with next year in the varsity.
We are inside 4 minutes here at Fruth Field in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, as the Ledgers lead 20-0. As Anderson looking to take the snap. Going to put a man in motion, running him all the way across. Going to be back to Stellmacher. Stellmacher breaking a tackle early. Going to get stopped, though, in that second level.
I'm not the only one seeing it. The offensive coordinators for the St. Mary's Springs see Will Stellmacher running super hard tonight. I love it. They're going to give him the ball. When you run a really good play like that, and you are electric, you're running guys over, the offense for the Ledgers wants to feed you. Now, to back these stats up, the number one rusher this year is Taylor Schomburg. He's a senior from Lemire. Then Jack Renz from Laconia. He's a senior. He's graduating. Then it goes Sawyer Harvesty. He's a senior. He's graduating. Then Jackson Gable. He's a senior from Lemire. He's graduating. Then the only junior, Will Stellmacher. He'll be the one back. Right now, he's 5th in the conference in rushing.
As we see Anderson lining up, he's going to take the snap. He's going to keep it himself, running right up the middle. And going to get a gain of a few.
Same play that Ben Anderson had scored previously on that quarterback draw. Ooh, may injury here.
Never good when we get a secondary helmet came off, it looks like.
So Lenz, number 7, Xander Lenz, the sophomore, is going to have to come in for at least one play because Ben Anderson's helmet came off. And like I said, Ben Anderson's got stitches on the top of his head. Looks like some extra stuff might have fallen out of his helmet. We got to make sure his stitches are safe and okay. Now, don't be expecting Kyle Schwartz to open up. Xander Lenz is definitely a passing quarterback, but he's been sitting here all night just kind of waiting for Ben Anderson to be done playing. So he's going to get his helmet on and get ready. But they'll run the ball most definitely here with Lenz.
And with Stellmacher's running, I mean, why not?
Right.
As we see Lenz stand up, going to take the snap, going to hand it off to Stellmacher as we predicted. And it's going to be close. Ball looked like it might have popped out there at the end.
And WLA did a great job of ripping that ball. You know, Will Stellmacher's trying to gain that extra yard, and WLA said, "Hey, if you're going to try to, gain that extra yard, we're going to try to rip it out." That's called gang tackling, ripping the ball out. 4th and short here.
Going with the peanut punch.
I think St. Mary's Springs is going to go for it. They're going to bring
4th and 1.
They're going to bring in Noah Mall, the senior. He's a little rested. Ben Anderson, the starting quarterback, back in the game. Coach Highland gives a high five to Xander Lenz, said, "Good handoff."
nice job. As we almost hit 2 minutes here in the first half.
A kind of a joking high five to Xander Lenz on the sideline for the handoff. But, hey, anytime you come in a game like that, when it's totally sudden and an emergency.
As Anderson's going to run it up the seam, and he's going to find that first down yardage.
It was all by design, Johnny. They just wanted Ben Anderson to get a little rest. He came out rested, and now first down Ledgers. WLA thinks they stopped him. Right. The WLA coaches are thinking there's a stop.
It looked like the pack pushed a little further, but the ball
bad
marking.
Spot. It's going to be a WLA ball. Vikings hold strong.
It is a Vikings.
Defense.
Wow, I thought it was going to be a first down. It looked clear.
Well, they only needed a 3/4 of a yard. They got a bad spot. When I watched the replay, it looks like Ben Anderson got it by maybe the nose of a football, but they spotted him way back. Doesn't matter what we think, Johnny. The refs, they're getting the big money for this game, and we tip our hats to the refs. The refs in Wisconsin the refs are getting lower and lower in the state of Wisconsin. So we got to make sure that we give our hats off to the referees and say thanks for doing this, because without them, there's no high school football. In fact, that's one of the reasons why you see a lot of Thursday night games, because there's not enough referees to play all the games on Friday nights. A lot of these guys are doing double headers, one game on Thursday, one game on Friday.
Schwartz now throwing it over to the near side. It's going to be knocked down. And you were talking about that ref thing. We talked about it on my high school podcast. I do it with Notre Dame players.
Another late flag.
And I think that one might be a pass interference.
No. Pass interference can't be, because the ball was behind the line of scrimmage. That defensive player for St. Mary's Springs had every right to. Yeah, it was going to be holding on Vikings.
Holding.
Mayville 7, Lemira 7.
Ooh. Mayville 7, Lemira 7. Oh, they're calling on St. Mary's Springs. A 10-yard penalty.
So the chains will move, and it'll be a first down.
Now, that play was behind the line of scrimmage, so that's almost like a running play. St. Mary's Springs has every right to hit that guy before the ball gets there. It's like, for example, like running the option. I mean, as long as the ball's not downfield. So, interesting call, but the WLA Vikings will take it. First down.
Man in motion once again. Going to take the snap. Fake the pitch, throw it downfield, and a lofty chuck, and that one's going to get caught and pops out.
Oh, Gannon Schwartz is just getting robbed. Look at the first down markers are being moved here, but the ball wasn't caught. I don't understand. It was incomplete.
I thought it was popped out. I mean,
what is going on?
Doesn't have to make it through contact.
No, that was definitely not a catch, but the refs are going to give it to him. The Ledgers are going to have to forget about that and focus on the next play. It was a long pass. Great pass by Gannon Schwartz. Miles McCulley had it, but when he hit the ground, it popped out. It was not a catch in my opinion, but doesn't matter what I think. We're going first down at the 15.
And we do get a stoppage here after that first down.
And the Ledgers defense got to forget about that and focus on the next play. If you start dwelling on the last play, that's what the coaches are for. If the coaches want to talk to the ref, that's what the coaches preach. We'll talk to the refs. You guys focus on the next play. Do your job. That's a very Bill Belichick phrase, but Coach Highland says it as well. Do your job. That defensive player for the Ledgers had good defense, but not good enough. First down for the Vikings, and now they're challenging to get on the score here with only a minute and 31 seconds left.
And it'll make things interesting to see going into half. Obviously, I believe St. Mary Springs kicked off, correct?
Yes. Springs got the ball. Remember,
Springs got, yeah, that's right. They had the first drive.
WLA had to kick the ball.
So that will make things interesting here if they do score.
A little 2-for-1 action.
Yeah, 2-for-1.
And again, you got the most electric kickoff returner in the conference, maybe in the whole state, and Gannon Schwartz possibly getting the ball in the second half. This could be a big chain of events here if WLA can somehow punch this ball in and score. And remember, Springs missed that extra point. It's only 20-0. That could be a very big deal here, especially if WLA scores now and does a good job on the first drive of the second half.
And we see Schwartz just hand that ball off on first down. Keifman on the carry.
Well, now WLA they're not in any big hurry. They have 2 timeouts remaining. And remember, in high school football, anytime it goes out of bounds, the clock's going to stop. And on first down, it's also going to stop for about a few seconds until the chain gain gets down and gets reset. But if there's a first down, they don't have to worry about the chain gain. It'll only be the marker that has to move. So that'll be even faster to get the clock going.
So let's see what WLA does here with 1 minute left in this first half.
And they can get a first down at about the 4-yard line.
Schwartz rolling out to his left, going to scramble back over to his right, throw it off his back foot, just just get out of the way of any hands.
And if you're at home saying that should be what do they call it when you
intentional grounding?
Intentional grounding. They don't have that rule anymore. As long as the quarterback was out of the pocket, which again Schwartz was obviously out of the pocket, he was almost to the sidelines. You have to throw the ball, but you don't have to throw the ball anywhere to a receiver. As long as the ball gets past the line of scrimmage, you can throw that over the scoreboard. The referees will not call intentional grounding.
And that brings us to 50 seconds here. So time kind of coming up here. They do have 2 timeouts, which is noted.
One thing to note, Gannon Schwartz is also the kicker, a very electric kicker. So they're definitely in Gannon Schwartz's field goal range. I'm sure they want to get a touchdown here. Oh, they're under center.
Yep, they certainly are. And it's going to be a direct snap back. Going to be throwing a little lob pass. Keifman is going to take it. He's going to get hit pretty hard there.
Now WLA has a decision. Are they going to kick a field goal and take the more for sure 3 or challenge themselves and try to get a touchdown? They really need a touchdown to get back in this game, but they also need to get some points on the board.
You need some positive activity.
Something positive at halftime. They don't want to go to the halftime down 20-0. That's a kick in the teeth. So I wouldn't be surprised if they kick a field goal here, especially with a kicker like Gannon Schwartz.
And as we kind of talked about, this could be big. If you can get 3 here, and then say get 10 coming back right out of the gate, or 7, that would make it 10, and then you're halfway there.
No matter what, WLA does not want to go with a goose egg in the halftime. They got to get some points on the board. If it's just a field goal, I got to think they're going to kick a field goal with a player like Gannon Schwartz. But again, they're down 3 scores. 3 scores against a team. I mean, what does WLA have to lose? They're a little mismatched. They came in this game only 4-4, only 500. Facing St. Mary Springs, who's 7-1. So, on paper, St. Mary Springs is the better team. And so far, through almost 11 minutes and 20 seconds of this game, the Ledgers have proven they're a better team. But Mayville's knocking on the door. They had that one pass, Johnny, not too long ago that was dropped. But then they kind of made up on the drop that actually was a catch. But they've been very close to scoring here. Let's see, you can't really tell if they're going to do a kick because Gannon Schwartz is the kicker and the quarterback. But I don't see anyone with a T in their hand. A T, when I say T, it's a little black box that the kicker will put down in the grass, and that's where the ball is placed on. They're going for it, Johnny.
Yeah, it appears they are going for it. Schwartz with one man to his right, one man to his left. Going to be looking to his left, now rolling over to his right. Bunch of pressure. St. Mary Springs Ledger throws it up the middle. And a little bit of a box out, and I believe that pass was incomplete.
That's number 8. That's number 9. That's number 9, Kale Krusek. Now, Kale's going to go to the locker room after this game and say, Coach, that was really an interception, but I knocked it down because I knew it was 4th down. If he's smart, that's what he's going to say to Coach. And Coach might, I repeat, might give him a blaster. Those blasters are those little skull and crossbones that go on the Ledgers' helmets. If you get an interception, you get a blaster. You don't get an interception if you knock the ball down. But there's been posturing.
Situational football there.
A little posturing there. He might say he intentionally pushed it down to the ground, knocked it down.
32 seconds left in the first half.
Now, if he would have intercepted, though, actually, they would have got the ball at the 20-yard line, which gave the Ledgers better.
It might have been, a little
better
better field position. And looks like it's going to be a run right up the middle. Dodging a couple tackles and getting some yards there is Anderson.
A very safe play. No one have to worry about any fumbles or interceptions. The Ledgers are plenty happy to go to the half, 20-0.
As the clock looks to tick down, 15 seconds here at Fruth Field for this St. Mary Springs Ledgers football. They lead by 20. And it looks like they are going to let the time run out here as we look forward to halftime.
The St. Mary Springs Ledgers coaching staff is going to be extremely happy with the way this half went. They kept Gannon Schwartz in check, and they put three scores on the scoreboard.
Well, that will lead us to the Holiday Automotive halftime show. We will head to that right after a brief commercial break, and then we'll be back here to talk St. Mary Springs football, have a little talk about trivia and more. We'll be right back.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
For over 100 years, the name Cole is synonymous with quality fuels, lubricants, and propane. That's because Cole is the area's trusted source for farm, construction, and trucking companies, as they partner with these companies to help them achieve their unique goals. The team at Cole Oil and Propane is dedicated to serving you. They pride themselves on a customer-first approach and work hard to make sure you're satisfied. You can rely on Cole for prompt delivery, competitive prices, and quality service. Learn more at ColeOilAndPropane.com.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline auto paint, along with PPG Versalon commercial paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. The design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot. Build better for future generations.
The Taco Bell Cantina Chicken Menu. Let's get into it. When we hit on the flavor for this slow roasted chicken, we were like, that's it, let's go. The burrito. See that purple cabbage? And here comes the pico. The quesadilla is like chicken, cheese, cheese, cheese. And the crispy taco? It's all about the avocado verde salsa. We love this menu so much, we made it permanent. The new Cantina Chicken Menu. Not just for late night and not for a limited time. Only at Taco Bell.
One of my favorite things about working at Hoppers is meeting all the new people, seeing all the new faces come in. We come out with a new product or a new way to do something and they come in. I find a lot of joy in just seeing them smile.
I think that all of our customers come in with a vision and they have an idea in their head of like what they want their apparel to look like. Our goal is to exceed the customer's expectations by providing them with high quality apparel and help bring their ideas to life.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac, making your move and storage of goods simple.
And high school sports today on Radio Plus Info is presented by these four Fond du Lac Edward Jones financial advisors: Matt Moses, Jeff Willis, Robert Bruce, Patrick Elstead. Edward Jones makes sense of investing. But we are now in the Holiday Automotive halftime highlights. And Johnny Samp and Brad Lenz here. It's been a good one. All Ledgers football mainly on the scoreboard, but, I mean, that's not telling the whole story, I guess.
WLA is knocking on the door. They've had some big plays. It just didn't go their way. This is not as lopsided as the scoreboard would show, 20-0. It's been a lot closer than that. WLA had almost a touchdown that got dropped, and then right before the half, they got all the way down to, what, the 10, 14-yard line? 13-yard line, and came with 0 points. That's a sin.
It's certainly, you know, we had that catch there at the end that we were discussing over halftime, looking at it a couple times, and a couple questions there, but nonetheless, they are picking up that offense a little bit, trying to get things going, and you're seeing it with Schwartz throwing it to the outside, just getting kind of those jump balls, getting those opportunities.
And he's throwing a good ball. I'm actually really impressed with the throwing of Gannon Schwartz. Not only is the flyweight going to have to test with his legs next year when he's a senior, but, man, his throwing is really impressing me. Now, keep in mind, this is his first year playing quarterback. Not on the varsity, Johnny. The first year playing quarterback for all of his 5th grade, 6th grade, freshman year, sophomore year, everything. So talk about a kid his learning curve has been really great. Gannon Schwartz, electric player, now throwing and passing. St. Mary Springs, they have to keep him in check for the second half to keep that 0 up on the scoreboard.
And obviously a big game for both sides. For St. Mary Springs, it's going to be help determine the conference champion. If they can win this one, then they have to have Lamira lose, I believe.
They need Lamira to lose to Mayville. Right now, that's a 7-7 tie at halftime over at Mayville. Mayville's got the home field advantage. All the letters are wearing some burgundy caps tonight, cheering for the Cardinals over Mayville, because if Mayville can pull off that win and give Lamira a loss, that means Lamira will have one loss, the Ledgers will have one loss, and it'll be a two-way tie for the conference championship. In the flyaway in high school football, it isn't there's not a tiebreaker or anything like that about who beats who head-to-head. That only happens in other sports, not high school football. It goes off the overall record of the conference, and both teams would have one loss, and it was down to the 19 seconds in the first half. Lamira had the ball at the 20-yard line with 19 seconds. Mayville, all they had to do was stop him on one play. Lamira threw their screen pass, which has been working great all season long, to Schroffnagel, number 0, low to bring down. Schroffnagel went 20 yards, scored the touchdown, extra point up, 7-7. That's a battle down in Mayville.
So talking about the other side, though, they also got things to play for. WLA, they can get the win, and then they, I believe, correct, they do have a chance to get into the playoffs?
If they lose tonight, which right now they're losing on the scoreboard, they need a lot of help. It's still possible, but it's very up in the air. It all depends on how the other teams all do throughout the state of Wisconsin in Division 5. WLA is fighting for a spot in the playoffs in Division 5. If they win tonight, they're in. If they lose, they need help. And what's possible, last year, WLA, they lost their last game of the season to St. Mary Springs, they still got the number 1 seed in Division 5. They were the number 1 seed, but they had to go against Mayville, who didn't have a very good record. Mayville last year lost a lot of close games. They were a very good team. They had St. Mary Springs on the ropes in the second to last game of the year. Mayville went into WLA High School and beat them in the first round. WLA was undefeated up to the last game of the season last year, lost to Springs, lost the conference championship, and lost the first round of the playoffs. It was just an incredible, everyone was excited about WLA football, and then the air just went out.
Certainly indeed. So a big game on the line here at Fruth Field in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And a lot of expectations, a lot of implications, coming in with this one, as we do have the homecoming here, homecoming court, queen and king of court.
Yeah, Cannon Cluck does it all. He plays offensive line, defensive line, but now he's on homecoming court. Look at that.
Certainly indeed, as we get a couple other names mentioned out here. And it looks like it's going to be fun. And then Ben Anderson, we do have Ben Anderson out there as well.
And the dance is tomorrow night. Johnny, are you going to the dance?
I am 25 there, Brad, so
I thought maybe you'd chaperone. Isn't Radio Plus maybe the DJ there? I don't know.
It might be. I'm not going to be at the dance.
All right, well, my kids are going. Hopefully they are home by bedtime.
And bedtime, what's bedtime for them?
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to them about it yet.
On a Friday night?
No, on a Saturday night.
Saturday night, yeah.
Tonight they're going to have fun with their friends and probably in bed by 10 or 11, maybe midnight, something like that. Tomorrow night's the big dance. St. Mary Springs is going to have 6 days to prepare for the first round of the playoffs. That's going to be next Friday night here at Fruth Field. Now, I'm not announcing that officially. However, we all know St. Mary Springs is going to get a home game for the first, because they're going to be the number 1 or number 2 seed most definitely.
And with that, we will take a quick step aside and let things kind of run here as we got the court. But we'll take a quick step aside here for the Holiday Automotive Halftime Report, and we'll be back for Ledger's football coming here in quarter number 3.
Joint or spine pain holding you back from the activities you love? Exhausted from relying on pain medications? Dreading the thought of steroid shots or invasive surgery? At New Medical Center, we believe in tapping into your body's own natural healing abilities. Our cutting-edge regenerative treatments use your body's own natural biologics to repair and restore damaged tissues. Visit us online at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Connect with the road. Love what you drive and where you get it. Shop the SUV season sales event at Holiday and get our low simplified price, more for your trade, and score enticing offers like 0% financing plus generous bonus cash up to $3,250 on the spacious, nimble Mazda CX-70 while you enjoy our exceptional guest care.
Put your trust in the award-winning team at Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Mazda, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
In 1925, Winnebago Lutheran Academy opened their doors to the first class of Vikings. For the last 99 years, WLA has offered a welcoming and safe environment for our students to learn and grow. We are continually blessed with a dedicated faculty and staff who inspire our students in their academic pursuits and, most importantly, in their spiritual lives. As we begin our 100th year of education, we look back on all the blessings we have received from God and acknowledge the grace upon grace He has provided. Thank you, Fond du Lac and surrounding communities, for 100 years of continuous support.
At Silica, we've built a reputation for selling the best appliances and servicing everything we sell. Standing by our customers is what makes us grow, and with 3 locations, our service area covers a huge part of the state. That's why when you see our thousands of online reviews, These are the words you most commonly see. Great service after the sale. That keeps us moving ahead for over 100 years. You won't get that with the big box stores. See for yourself why your neighbors say it's Silica for your home.
Fond du Lac Credit Union knows that we all have many different goals that we want to achieve in life, like paying off debt or planning your dream wedding. We also know that sometimes unfortunate things can happen that are out of our control, like car trouble or a broken washer and dryer. For all of your personal needs, Fond du Lac Credit Union has personal loans customized just for you. Wherever you are in life, Fond du Lac Credit Union can help get you to where you want to be. For more information, simply visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
People have a reluctance to go see the dentist. It's an easy thing to put off or avoid altogether. But one visit to the caring professionals at Fondy Family Dental will change the way you think about the dentist. They provide quality family dental services to all ages in a happy, honest, and efficient manner that teaches and involves you on your custom plan. If you don't have insurance, ask about their new membership plan that can save you money. Call or schedule online today at fondyfamilydental.com.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Marco, the name our area trusts for all things related to your tax return. For over 60 years, our community has trusted the Marco Tax Service at 43 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac.
Listen to 95 and 96.1 The Rock on your smart speakers. Just ask your device to play WTCX or listen on your smartphone by downloading the free TuneIn radio app. Everything that rocks. 95 and 96.1 The Rock.
Listen to Sunny 97.7 on your smart speakers. Just ask your device to play WFDL FM or listen on your smartphone by downloading the free TuneIn radio app and searching WFDL FM. Songs that make you feel good. Sunny 97.7.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
If you're considering building a home, it's important to sit down and have a conversation with your realtor, your financial advisor, or your builder. Signature Homes has client appointments throughout the course of the week that specifically just discuss, is it right for you? Does it make sense? Is this the right timing? Can we be the right builder? Can we provide the right product? We really don't have a limitation to what we build or who we build for. It really comes down to what you need and if we're a fit. And we're certainly going to do everything we can to bring your signature home to life.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
And we are back here at Fruth Field, St. Mary Springs football here on RadioPlusInfo.com. And a great contest here. Johnny Samp, Brad Lenz on the call this evening. It's been fun. 20-0 Ledger's lead. But again, as we mentioned during the Holiday Automotive halftime show, not totally the whole story. I mean,
scoreboard shows that St. Mary Springs is in full command of this game. However, WLA has been knocking on the door. They easily could have 2 touchdowns. This could be 20-14. This game's way closer than the scoreboard. But right now, it doesn't matter what happened in the first half. These players got to shake it off and go and focus on the next play.
And they certainly will, as we're going to get a kickoff here. And it looks like St. Mary Springs is going to be doing the honors.
Yep, number 61, Bentley Coots. He elects to kick from the hash rather than Gannon Schwartz kicks from the middle of the field. Now, in college football, the hashes are more towards the middle of the field. High school football, the hashes are more towards the sideline. So Bentley Coots and Ledgers, they use that to their advantage. They kick from the side, from the hash, trying to pin WLA in one of the corners. That way they use the sideline as that 12th man.
And we'll see what they can do here as the right hand goes up, waiting on, giving the ref's whistle. And going to kick this one through, going to be booted up into the air, going to be fielded on by Schwartz. And he's got a good head of steam, running to the 40 and diving forward, going to just make it to that 40-yard line.
And that's his best kick return of the game, getting to the 40-yard line. That's the best field position WLA's had. However, Springs will still take that. As long as Gan Schwartz isn't taken to the house for 6 points, Springs is doing a sigh of relief saying, all right, we're good, let's go defense.
And Springs will start on the defensive side of the ball. Their defenses look good.
Well, the Ledger defense is out there. They're ready to go. WLA is going to huddle up over there in the sideline with their coach and not huddle up behind the ball. They're going to come right out to the ball and get a quick snap here.
And let's see what they do. Out of the shotgun is Schwartz. He's got one to the right, one to the left. Man in motion once again. He's going to take the snap, hand this one off. It looks like Kiefenheim is going to be carrying that one, a gain of 3.
Kiefenheim hit the hole hard. He actually ran into his offensive lineman, number 73, Joshua Eckert. Eckert was the one who kind of slowed Kiefenheim down. Eckert was doing a good job blocking, but the Ledger defender was a stalemate there. That's number 68, Billy Everson, that was tied up with Joshua Eckert. Another successful play, though, 4 yards. WLA will take that. Now we got 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and you're looking for those kind of pace plays, especially when you're trying to get a score on the board, as we do have a jump there, it looks like, on WLA.
That's Spencer Laird, number 10, the tight end. He jumped, but then he's like, I'm going in motion. Ref said, not so fast. We're going 5 yards back. I thought it was a good try. I thought he was going to get away with it.
You know, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You almost got away with it there.
And WLA's trying to fake it till you make it. You're funny, Johnny. You know, WLA's trying to plead their case, saying, hey, look, I was just doing what the Ledgers call badger, when putting the tight end from one side to the other side, but I felt like he jumped.
I felt like it was a little sudden and abrupt. And, yeah, I would say it's a jump, and so do the Stripes.
So now we got 2nd and 12. That's not what WLA wants. Gannon Schwartz's game is, you know, even though I've said I've been impressed with his passing, the legs and his running ability is what really scares most of these defenders. Now this is more of a passing down, 2nd and 12. And again, many of their passes have been deep, and Gannon Schwartz not afraid to throw a 30-yarder.
Now they put 2 men in motion, moving Kiefenman too.
That same play.
That same pitch play right up the middle, and that's going to get stopped by St. Mary Springs. They've seen it enough.
And St. Mary Springs has a lot of very qualified, good, smart coaches. They're going to see that play was working in the first half. I guarantee the Ledgers talked about that at halftime. Say, look, this is what's happening. This is what they're doing. Be ready for it. When that guy goes in, motion or whatever, St. Mary Springs coached up. They're ready to handle that play in the second half.
So 3rd and 12 on the opening drive of the second half. 10:33 clock is running for the Vikings.
We'd like to mention Mabel's up 14-7 against Lemira. That's a big game we're watching. We're scoreboard watching.
Yeah, kind of one eye on one game, one eye on the other. And it's taking the snap as Schwartz rolling over to his left. Going to throw this one to Kiefenman. And it's going to get stopped short. Gain of about 6 or 7.
You know who else is watching the scoreboard? Those sophomores down there on the St. Mary Springs sideline, because they know that if this game gets a little bit out of reach, let's say 35-0, even 30-0, that means those sophomores are going to get some action. That way they'll get some action tonight, Friday night, and under the lights, and then they'll play Monday in the JV game. That game will be at WLA starting at 6:30, a night game, a night JV game.
Night game.
Yeah, I can't wait. I don't know if that was always on the schedule, but when I saw a night game, I was like, wow, what a great thing.
I mean, might as well with the weather we're having lately.
Right? It's been nice out. A night game Monday night, this Monday night, so in 3 nights, WLA versus Springs at WLA High School. Kickoff will be at 6:30. That'll be a battle. Those two JV teams are very good.
And 4th and 6, going to drop back for a punt, it appears.
Fake.
Rather not. It's going to be a fake. It's going to be taken on, running up the middle, and going to get some yardage and a first down. And a little bit more. A good fake there. Just kind of spread everybody out. And it's going to be a 1st and down. Looks like Kiefenheim with the carry. He's hobbling off a little bit. He's a little sore after that one.
Wow, what a great play call by the WLA Vikings. But then again, why not? You're down 20-0. Your back's against the wall. You need some sort of spark here. A great play call by the Vikings. Now, if it wouldn't have worked, Do I have the ability to say
would you say it's reverse it back?
Because they're at the 50-yard line. I mean, that was going to give St. Mary's Springs really good field position. But when you're down 3 scores, you got to do something to do something.
I mean, when in Rome, play the game.
You know, Noah Mull kind of blew that play up, and he kind of got the running back to commit not to pitch the ball. Jack Sons was almost on the play there. He almost got the tackle, but again, first down, WLA.
Schwartz taking the snap's going to keep it himself. And he'll gain a few, kind of slipped through that first line and then made a little bit more. And it'll be a second down in about 7.
So far, St. Mary's Springs defense has been very stout. They bend, but they don't break. Twice now the Vikings have got down to the, in the red zone, but the Ledgers still have a 0 on the scoreboard. And that's important for those starters. If they get a 0, they put up 0 points. The other team puts up 0 points. That's another blaster for their helmets. Those players live for that stuff.
So 2nd and 7 from the 38. Schwartz puts Wiedemeyer in motion. He's going to keep it himself, running over to the far side. Going to fight one man one-on-one there. Good tackle, though.
Number 5, Brody Hahn. What a great tackle. Now, I tell you what, number 79, Orville Bloom. He's the near side tackle. He's a sophomore, 6'3", 255 pounds. He's pulling. He's going to the far side. He's taking out some Ledgers, and he's going to be a load the next 2 years for Ledgers. He's only a sophomore. He'll be coming back next year to help Gannon Schwartz make this game even more competitive.
And the clock obviously is running here, but you are down 20. A little bit of a concern or not?
Well, you got to be concerned of it. Yeah, you certainly don't want to waste time in the huddle over silly stuff, but you also got to make sure that you don't hurry, and someone when you hurry too much, you make mistakes.
And carry up the middle by the Vikings. Ball pops out late, and it's going to be taken on by the Ledgers. I did put my head down. I do apologize, but it looks like it popped out late. Was he down, though? That's the real question. We are putting the replay up in the booth.
The refs are coming. They're saying that's a fumble recovery by the Ledgers. Mullenbach was trying to get extra yards. He fumbled the ball, picked up by number 77, Big Beckett Longley, rumbling and stumbling all the way down. Beckett had dreams of being a running back, but he ended up being 6'3", 250 pounds. They got him on the line, but that time he looked like he was ready to run over somebody.
Yeah, he was living those dreams out, and that's something you like to see, especially for those linemen.
Well, that's his. That could be the Lens Truck Center play of the day.
That could be.
I'll vote for the lineman. I love when the linemen get that ball. That's pretty cool.
As we wait on 1st and 10, ball at the 32 of the Vikings. Taking a snap, running it right up the middle as Anderson. He gets roped down. I thought he had a free break there over to the far side. Got through that initial contact and then just kind of came down.
All the starters are still in for the Letters. They got to get one more score before those sophomores are going to get some action tonight.
And
I don't think there's an injury on the field. I think they're just giving Tyler Schwartz, the SSM athletic trainer, a short 51 yards across the field rather than going all the way around. Looks like someone at WLA needs a little medical attention.
Just a quick stoppage here. And the clock will continue to run. 6:50.
And I'm sorry if Tyler Schwartz is Aurora. I get SSM and Aurora confused.
As we see Anderson here taking the snap. Going to fumble it. Dive on top of it. Does he get it? Looks like he does.
And that you don't see very often. You know, you got a center, a senior center, Caden Pitts, snapping the ball. You got a senior quarterback. Again, like we said, Ben Anderson, this is his first year playing quarterback, but not Caden Pitts. He's the center. Was last year and this year. He snapped the ball. It didn't look like Ben Anderson was ready for the ball. He got hit in the left calf, left quad. It looked like he wasn't quite ready for that ball. And when Caden Pitts snaps, it's not a lofty. It's a crisp one. It's not a lob ball back there. It's pretty quick. You got to be ready for it.
Certainly do, as they'll restart, and we'll see a run here by Anderson working over. Going to pitch it off, and there it is. As we see Stallmacher getting a couple extra yards at the end of that pitch.
And that was textbook perfect by Ben Anderson. He couldn't have ran that lead option any better. Like I said, he attacked that linebacker, made those defenders for AA commit to him and only him, and at that point he pitches to Stellmacher. Good, that's called pitch relationship. Stellmacher was 3 yards away, got the ball, turn up field, looking to run someone over. Stellmacher's running the ball hard tonight.
He really is, and he done it up the middle, done it to the outside. He's kind of all over the place.
You know, when it's your first, this is his first year on varsity. You know, those first couple games, you kind of getting your feet, through. You don't really know where you're at in the offense. But now this is game 9. He's like, you know what? I'm the stud of this team. Here we go.
And there he goes again. Now a flea flicker in
Wide
reverse
open.
and wide open to the end zone. And a touchdown, Ledgers on the trick play. What a score there.
I'm calling the Lens Truck Center play of the week right there, because that was not only fun to watch, but excellently executed by the Ledgers, drawn up perfectly by Kyle Krieger, the offensive coordinator, played to perfection by the seniors. Anderson to Highland to Mall.
So a beautiful score there, and you got it right from the man himself, the Lens play of the game. And what a play it was.
Even faked out our cameraman.
Faked out everybody, I think.
Anderson gave to Stellmacher. Stellmacher gave to Brody Highland. Brody Highland gave it to Anderson. Anderson threw it to Mall. Mall was wide open. Anderson could have taken all day to throw that ball. A little extra penalty on the celebration, possibly. I'm not sure why.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it looked pretty sincere.
Looked pretty vanilla to me. I mean,
just a hop and a light touch, hitting on the chest, maybe.
Stellmacher came and gave his buddy Mall a little high five, but it's going to back him up 5 yards. They're still talking about it. The referees are over at WLA Silent talking to Coach there, trying to give him. He can decide. He can either take it on the kick off, or he can take it right here on the extra point.
And we'll see what happens here. It's going to be good, hopefully, if we can get a kick here anytime soon.
I'm not sure what that.
I don't know. I don't know what the leg kick with the hammer down.
I'm guessing an unnecessary celebration.
But was that excessive?
I couldn't hear it, so maybe there was some extracurricular activities. I'm not sure, but either way, Bentley Coots is kicking from where he normally does. They're going to take it on the kickoff. WLA's coming after it.
And that one was struck pretty well and hit right through the uprights. Kind of like me hitting my driver off and right through the trees.
Oh, I've seen you golf, Johnny. Let's not go there.
Yeah. Just pinpoint perfect planned as usual.
You keep telling yourself that, Johnny.
I'll try.
Actually, Johnny, hey, you work at Dick's up at
in Green Bay, Golf Pro. Yep.
Hey, if you need some golf tips or some golf clubs, Johnny's stamp right here. He's your man.
Yeah, I can hook you up, get you fitted, and everything else if you want to come swing a few clubs.
I've been using my clubs for the last 20 years. It wouldn't matter if I had good clubs or bad clubs. I'm a bad golfer, but I love high school football. I'm not sure if I'm a good color commentator, but I love this. I would do this for free. Oh, wait, I do.
You caught me off guard there. Wasn't sure where you were going with it, and then I got it.
And let's give you an update on the Mayville games. 14-14 now, all tied up. Again, the game is in Mayville, so Mayville's got the home field advantage. Mayville's got the ball at about the 50-yard line. About 41 seconds left in the third quarter. So a whole quarter, which is 12 minutes in varsity football. In JV football, quarter is only 10 minutes. So you got 38 seconds left in the third quarter, and then you got 12 minutes to find out who's going to win that game.
And that'll be interesting with this implication from this one.
And it's a 15-yard penalty. The Ledgers are having to kick off at the 25-yard line. Big penalty.
And as the kick does go up into the night sky, it's going to be taken on, brought over to the near side. Schwartz trying to find a seam.
And look who's there. Will Stellmacher, number 33 with the tackle, along with number 31, Ethan Kriegel, number 31. He's only a sophomore on kickoff. The coaches are so impressed with his physical build and ability to put a lick on a guy. They put him on the kickoff team, and he's been really holding his own. Number 31, Ethan Kriegel with the tackle.
And a credit to him, just getting up there, getting some contact in. Obviously, you mentioned we're probably going to see, if this continues on, some more sophomores, some JV squads, 27-0.
Yeah, not quite yet. I see.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know about quite yet. Maybe fourth quarter.
I see number 17, Joshua Ducks in there. I see number 76. That's Christian Florsum. They're subbing some guys in. These guys are definitely capable guys. These guys are the guys we're going to be calling their names a lot next year.
And it's always good to get those reps in the year before, as we do see the snap taken. Same play as we mentioned before. Wiedemeyer going to be taking it, and he's going to get about 4, maybe 5.
Now, as these varsity the starting defenders come out of the game, trust me, they're still going to be very focused on the defense because, like I said, they want a goose egg up there. They want the 0 to stay 0 because if they do, they get that extra blaster come Monday morning.
And that's always a good thing to see. I mean, you obviously want more decoration on the helmet. Makes it look prettier.
Now, those second stringers that are now that didn't start, they don't get a blaster. Only the starter defense get a blaster.
5-12, taking the snap. It's going to be bounced out to the outside.
Ooh, good tackle.
Keifenheim on the carry. He's going to get about 1, maybe 2.
That's number 27, Joey Kuhn. That's a great tackle by Kuhn.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 7, and staying out of those 3rd and longs has to be an issue for, has to be front of mind for those Vikings. You got to try to get back in this one.
Well, they're down by 4 scores. WLA is at this point right now, they're thinking, okay, let's just work on our game. We're probably not going to win this game. There's only 4 minutes left in this quarter. Let's just try to hone in our skills for next week, the first round of playoffs, if they get in.
And there's that play, and it's going to break through and get for a first down. A good carry, pitch and carry there. And something you like to see from Brenner.
Well, WLA, like I said, they're very young. This team is going to be definitely a contender next year. They got almost their whole team back. They only have 5 seniors, Johnny. They have only 5 seniors in the flyway. That's a monumental task to take on. You look at Lemire, they have 16 seniors. Seymour Springs had 12 seniors, but a lot of them are hurt. I think Springs is down to like 9 seniors suited up tonight because so many players are hurt.
And Addison Jones Real Estate moves the chains for the Vikings on first down. Call Addison Jones before calling the movers. As we see Schwartz, one man to his right, one man to his left. Man in motion, that's Wiedmeyer. And it's going to be taken up the middle by Schwartz. A lot of entrapment there from the Ledgers and not getting a ton of yards.
Well, nowhere to go after he broke through the line of scrimmage. There was a host of Ledgers there that basically had him cornered to the left of him, the front of him, to the right of him. Gann Schwartz just basically said, hey, I'm down. I got you guys. Let's go to the next play.
A little preservation there, just going down rather than really taking tough contact.
Even Gann Schwartz can't get out of that. That's like 3 guys all honed in on you, basically had him circled up. Gann Schwartz knows when to wave the white flag, and he's ready to go down second down.
As we get Schwartz once again, high snap again, and they did have a few troubles there. And Wiedmeyer goes down behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, one of the best defensive plays I've seen all season. That's number 10, Braden Freund. Not only did he take on the block, he shedded the block, jumped over his blocker, and got the tackle for loss. That's called a TFL, tackle for loss. Good job, number 10, Braden Freund.
And that gets us down to 3 minutes here in the third quarter as we look things on and get things going. It's going to be 3rd and 13.
And that's exactly what WA does not want. 3rd and 13, that's an obviously passing down. They're already down 4 scores. But again, WA doesn't want to just quit this game. They want to keep working their players. Even if there's not a next week for WA, they still want these players to keep playing so that next year they're even more ready for the Flyweight Conference Championship.
Taking the snap is Schwartz, rolling over to his right, looking downfield. He's going to chuck one up. It's going to be a 50-50 ball and knocked down by the Ledgers.
That's Ben Anderson, number 13, coming in as a free safety at the last second to snatch that ball in the air from Miles McCulley's hands. Miles was thinking, hey, first down and more. Ben Anderson said, not so fast.
Could be Matumbo. Not today.
In the face.
Yeah, right in the face.
No, Ben Anderson is one heck of a basketball player. Let's give him some love on all the fields. Not only is he a phenomenal player on the grass football field, but during the winter he plays basketball. He's a starting point guard with Ben Baker, and then during the baseball he's one of the best baseball players Seymour Springs has had in a long time.
And now we do have 4th down and 13.
Now, if WLA wants to win this game, they obviously have to go for it here.
They are going for it. Going to fake it. Going to throw it downfield. A sky-high throw.
Oh, it worked again.
It looks like it was caught. Holy shnikes.
That's 2 times they ran that play, both to the almost same spot in the field, Johnny, right there about the 10-yard line.
Just kind of snuck underneath and got that catch.
Miles McCulley again from Gannon Schwartz. I tell you what, that's a great combo. Those 2 guys will be playing on the basketball court in a couple weeks as well. WLA's basketball team is loaded, so then in about 5, 6, 7 weeks, depending on when these 2 teams play, they always play twice, of course. In basketball, you play once at home and once away. And the flyweight, of course, in football, you only play one team each season one time.
So a scoring opportunity here for the Vikings.
And all bunched up there. Wow, look at that formation.
As rolling to the right is Schwartz. He's going to use the legs, I think, and he's going to go.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Schwartz. There it is, the legs we were talking about. And he got on a scramble, got outside of the defense, and just made him say, hey, you got to beat me in a foot race.
A very interesting formation. WLA had like 3. They call him this. It's called the sniffer. He's the guy. He's a running back, but he's right behind like the guard or the tackle, and just bringing a bunch of guys inside. And what do? They run outside. It was a kind of like a little bit of a trick play. Like, hit St. Mary Springs. Look at all of our guys inside. We're gonna run inside. They ran outside. Caught him by surprise. Gannon Schwartz so fast, wasn't even touched. If this is flag football, that would have been a touchdown.
And extra point attempt coming here.
And look at who's holding, Miles McCulley.
Snap, hold, kick is good. So that'll make it now 27-7. And with that scoring drive, we'll take a quick timeout and go to commercial break for 30 seconds. We'll be right back here on Radio Plus Sports.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
And welcome back to Fruithfield. Johnny Samp, Brad Lenz on the call. It's been an exciting one, and now the Vikings get their first score, get their first taste of the holy ground, and put 7 points up.
I tell you what, if WLA can sneak into the playoffs, that's not a good draw the first round, because WLA doesn't have the greatest record. If they lose tonight, they'll be under 500, but they've won 3 games going into tonight. Now, were they against big-time teams? Maybe not. However, they did win 3 games. They were kind of rolling on kind of a big roll here. Now it's tough to play St. Mary Springs anywhere, but especially at Fruithfield, Springs is a tough draw.
And what do we got here?
Little onside kick action.
Yeah, it looks like it. Onside kick is down, and it looks like it was picked up by a ledger. It's a little bit.
I think that was Gannon Schwartz. He not only
he
kicked
was
it,
fast.
He was so fast. I think he ran past the ball. He had it. That would have been one of the greatest plays I've ever seen, but Ledger's got a little lucky there. Now, one thing to note, Mayville just went up 21-14 against Lemira. And like we said, if Mayville can somehow sneak that victory off on Lemira and Springs stays on to win here, it'd be a conference championship for both teams, a 2-way tie.
He almost gave us a McAfee onside kick against the Texans where he kind of swarmed it right away. He's so fast, he just got down there and I think slid right past it.
Wow, what an impressive play, but not executed fully to the extent because it's still Ledger ball.
As we see, Anderson's going to go for the fake here. It's going to be swung around on the reverse, going to take it to the outside. Buchel's going to find some yards along the far sideline.
A little trickery. St. Mary Springs pulling out the reverse. They don't do that a lot. St. Mary Springs is not known for trickery, but that's 2 trick plays tonight. The touchdown pass to Mull, which was a double pass, double reverse, and there was a little handoff reverse. Kind of a little WLA getting a little taste of their own medicine there. Garver took it outside, and again, 4.5 speed in the 40-yard dash. Garver Beagle's got some speed, and he just showed it there.
And looking good as the chains do tilt, and Addison Jones Real Estate moves the chains for the Ledgers on first down. They call Addison Jones, then call the movers.
And Garver Beagle, not only was he in motion, but then he ran 40 yards. He ran like 60 yards that play. It came off for a little break. Number 22, Jack Slenzen for Garver Beagle. Again, Schwartz in now for the Vikings at far side defensive back.
Yeah, need a little speed on that side. As we see Anderson waiting on, taking the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, look downfield.
Oh, he's wide open.
And throws it across the middle. That one will be completed. And a good carry there and going to get a little bit extra.
Jackson Sobel, number 45. He's the JV touchdown master. He's got 9 touchdowns for the JV team this year. Him and Xander Lenz have been hooking up a lot for touchdown passes at the JV level. Now 45 is getting a little action taking place for Noah Mall. And he was wide open. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, he was wide open in the flat.
I'm not sure why Ben Anderson didn't throw it right away. He kind of hitched it, kind of pump faked, but eventually got it off. And big first down, big yardage. The Ledgers looking to score again here to put this game out of reach.
As it's inside the 10, Anderson's going to hand this one off. It's going to be taken up and running just short. Stellmacher. He's going to come up just short. He's running with a head of steam today, but that one he just came up short.
Yeah, that one he was surrounded. And just in case you're wondering, we had 43 seconds left in this quarter, the third quarter, but the Mayville-Lemira game, that's already in the fourth quarter. There's only 6 minutes left in that game. If you're wondering why the discrepancy, both teams started at 7 o'clock. If you remember when we started this game, heck, it took 5 minutes just to get the first playoff because WLA had to kick off 3 times as St. Mary Springs kept kicking out of bounds. Remember that, Johnny?
I certainly do. And it was, kind of a weird way to start the broadcast. And it's like, we're doing the same thing.
Another flag.
And let's see what this one's for.
Penalty on WLA.
Was it too many men?
Yeah, on defense you can't have too many men unless there's a snap.
That's true.
Now, in an offense, if you have 12 men in the huddle, that's an automatic penalty. But you could have 50 guys on the defensive side as long as they all get off down to 11 before the snap of the ball. That's not a penalty. In fact, Oregon versus Ohio State had a trickery play. On defense, they actually put more than 11 guys on defense on purpose one play.
Yep. As a handoff right up the middle and running through. And it looks to be a touchdown, Ledgers.
I don't know if I could call that tricky because it's very simplistic. It was Ledger dive right, but quick. They got out of the huddle right away. All the defense linemen got down in their three-point stance. That play was snapped on set, not on go or on hut, and the ball came right away to Will Stelmacher. Touchdown. He's a touchdown king.
Stelmacher getting the crown there. He gets a touchdown here tonight. And he's been kind of a force in that running game for the Ledgers from the early get-going.
That's 10 touchdowns for Stelmacher this year. 10.
So hits the double digits.
He's not as good as Taylor Schomburg, who most likely will be the player of the year in the conference. However, Ben Anderson's definitely going to be talked about. We'll have to see what happens tonight. Looks like Lemira's on the ropes against Mayville, 21-14 with only 4 minutes left in that game.
Extra point is good. So with that scoring drive, we will take a 30-second break and be right back here for Radio Plus Info.
Kentra is another great success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac.
Some of the services that I really love is they offer a salt booth, sauna, IV therapy, and vibration therapy. Those are some of my favorite. I was able to work with a coach, and we looked at what I need for myself and my body and my hormones, and we made a plan. Foods that I eat, the exercise that I need. You'll carry this knowledge with you forever.
Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac.
And welcome back to Fruth Field here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Johnny Sam, Brad Lenz. And a good one that's just been extended a little bit, 34-7 in favor of the Ledgers on a Stelmacher touchdown from about 3-4 yards out. And they continue to roll here.
Stelmacher now second in the conference in rushing touchdowns, only behind Taylor Schomburg, the rushing king. 1,200 yards for Schomburg to lead the flyway by quite a bit. Second place is Jack Renz with only 804. That's 400 yards more than second place. That just goes to show you Lemira's talent at running back number 10, Taylor Schomburg. He took it to the Ledgers 2 weeks ago. Lemira beat the Ledgers.
As the Ledgers will kick off, it's going to be a squib kick picked up right at the 30-yard line, taking it on to the near side, almost to the 40.
And if you're wondering if Bentley Coots missed the ball, he was told to kick that on purpose. That ball was not to go to Gannon Schwartz. They wanted to squib kick that ball.
And a solid return. You got to give credit to the guys up front. That one looks like Mullenbach was the return man for the Vikings. And 1st and 10 for them as they have 14 seconds here in the third quarter.
St. Mary Springs only has 10 players in the field. They better get 11th guy out there. All right, here comes Braden Freund. Braden Freund, the senior, he's going to call the play out there. He's going to tell them what defense we're in, Ledgers. Number 27, Corbin Ruel to the near side here. Cale Krusik, free safety. Looks like Joey Coons, the other free safety. Brody Highlands on the far side, defensive back. Same play.
Schwartz takes snap. This is that trickery play that they ran up the middle, and that one's going to get a gain of a few there.
Man, they sure like that play. How many times they ran that tonight, Johnny? 10?
I don't have enough fingers for that, I don't think. Brenner with the carry.
St. Mary Springs doesn't have a very elaborate playbook. Probably only maybe 20, 25 plays that St. Mary Springs runs. However, they very rarely run the same play twice. Now, we have seen the quarterback draw a couple times, but they don't really run the same play that often, whereas WLA, it seems like every other play is that same play.
Yeah, and I mean, it worked at the beginning, but then St. Mary Springs has kind of picked up what they're letting down. and figured out that they're running that kind of reverse inside and just kind of jumbling it around, kind of making a mess, and they finally picked it up. Before, it was getting big breaks.
Yeah, it's been their best play all night, other than that long passing play that WLA has been successful in down to the far side corner there from Gannon Schwartz to Miles McCulley. That's been their big play. That play, that two really long passes from Schwartz to McCulley, that's probably 50% of WLA's yardage all night, because those balls were 35 yards each. That's 70 yards. I'm not sure if WLA's got 70 yards in all their other plays together.
Yeah, WLA is trying to find the tracks here, just haven't found it. And it's been tough sledding so far, as they do have a 2nd and 3 to start things out on the 44.
And again, in the other game across town at Mayville, Mayville's still winning 21-14 with only 2 minutes and 47 seconds left. But Lomira does have the ball at about the 44-yard line.
So let's see what the Vikings do here. Schwartz waiting to take the snap, going to take it, going to look downfield. Going to roll over to his right. Now he's going to scramble inside, and he fumbles the ball. I think WLA got it back on top of it.
Yep, WLA ball.
So it will be 3rd and 3.
WLA still has all their starters out. From what I can see, Johnny, they don't want to say they're done quite yet. Not that they're going to win this game with 11 minutes left, down by 4 scores. However, they still want to keep going and get better for next week. Hopefully they can sneak into the playoffs and do some damage.
As we wait on, Schwartz going to be taking the snap.
Same play.
Same play, running it up the middle, and nothing happening there. Once again, Ledgers figured that play out, and just not really getting any progression are the Vikings.
Well, the Ledgers are very well coached, and they'll make adjustments at halftime, and that's exactly what they've done. Since half, that play has not worked like it did the first half. Now the Vikings have 4th and very long, a passing down, and like we said all night, Gannon Schwartz's game is not passing, even though I'm super impressed with Gannon Schwartz. Gannon Schwartz, if he's not the most electric player in the flyway, I'm not sure who is. You know, you got lots of great players. You know, Mayville's got Harvesty at running back and defensive line. Tonight the Ledgers have Ben Anderson, Noah Mull, but man, Gannon Schwartz is an electric player. He's going to have a tough task here now. It's 4th and long. The Ledgers have brought in an extra defensive back to protect against the pass. That makes it even tougher to pass against the Ledgers.
Vikings here running a lone backfield.
You got 5 corners. You got Brody Highland. You got number 8, Khalil Rebeck. You got Ben Anderson in the middle of the field. You got Kale Kruzik on the far side safety, and you got Corbin Ruel on the far defensive back. So that's 5 defensive backs that Gannon Schwartz has to pass against. That's not easy. Plus his offensive line just gave him 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, adding to the wound there.
Was that a delay game? Yeah, delay game.
4th and 13 now.
Yeah, sometimes that happens when the offense doesn't know, are we going for it? Are we punting? And then the coaches kind of take a little too long to call the play in, and you only have 40 seconds to call the play and get it off. Now they're going to punt.
Now they're going to punt, it appears. But they did fake it before. Let's see if it happens again.
Oh, fake.
This one looks like a fake.
Fake.
It's definitely fake. Schwartz going downfield, throwing it up in the air, and off the fingertips and out of play.
Number 8, Khalil Rebeck with a body blow on McCulley. Ooh, McCulley, let's hope he's okay. He was really reaching out for that ball. And number 8, not a cheap shot, but this is a great play by Khalil Rebeck. Put it right in his ribs with the shoulder pads. That's a great play by Khalil. He was going back for punt return, turning into defensive back.
It was definitely one of those plays where you're going to catch him in the ribs a little bit. And unintentionally.
Mayville still up 21-14, but Lomira's got the ball at the 43-yard line. 1 minute and 27 seconds left.
As the Ledgers break the huddle. Anderson's still in the game. And so is the scoring man on this roster, Stelmacher. And fake rolling to the right here. Now a quick pass going to be dumped down and just dragged down from the backside.
Jackson Sobel again. You know, during the JV games, it sometimes takes 2, 3, 4 guys to get him down. And I'm not kidding. Last week against Mayville, Jackson Sobel was just a force to be reckoned with. He was getting the ball all over the place, and it was hard to bring him down. He's a big kid. Very similar to Will Stelmacher. They're both hockey players. And if you know anything about these hockey players, they basically train year-round. They got big legs like tree trunks. Stelmacher, very good runner at running back. Jackson Sobel, just like that at tight end, he's waiting in the wings. He's waiting for Noah Mall to graduate so next year he can shine on the varsity.
As we see Anderson working with Stelmacher in the backfield as well. He's going to have 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Puts a man in motion. Swinging over to the near side and just running straight out of bounds.
And now we have to tell Jackson Sobel to not jump off sides. That was a sophomore mistake. Jackson jumped at the last second, and that's to be a 5-yard penalty pre-snap.
And so the ball will move back. 1st and 15 now for the Ledgers.
Jackson Sobel, the only sophomore out there. You can tell he's a sophomore because he doesn't have his name in the back of the jersey. Whereas, again, Ben Ashton doesn't have his name either, but that's because last week against Mayville, his jersey got all tore up, ripped to shreds. Coach Highland had to go to the team room and find an old jersey. He found number 13, and no one else had 13, so Ben Anderson's wearing 13 tonight with no name in the back.
And 13's working pretty well for him. As pitched on, going to be run across, going to be stopped up. Gain of a few yards, but a flag does fly.
And right at the spot where they'll call offensive holding. And a big stop by Mayville. Mayville just got the ball back with 1 minute left and a first down. They held Lemire on a fourth and inches. Mayville ball with 1 minute left. It looks like Mayville, unless absolute catastrophe happens, Mayville's going to win that game, giving Lemire their first loss in the conference. Looks like Springs is going to win this game. That'll put them both at the exact same record, 7-1. 7 wins, 1 loss for both. It looks like they'll both be conference champs.
So it was a holding call on the Ledgers. Going to move the chains back a little bit. 2nd and 15. Ben Anderson still in the game for the Ledgers.
Most of the starters still in for the Ledgers. I don't see Noah Mall in. They got Jackson Sobel at tight end, but everyone else is still in.
Anderson takes a snap, looks over to his left side, throwing to the backfield just in between the hands of Stelmacher.
Well, Stelmacher actually is out. That's Corbin Ruel. A lot of times they'll put Corbin Ruel in at running back when they want to pass. Corbin Ruel has a little bit better hands than Will Stelmacher. Will Stelmacher is probably a little bit more talented of a running back running the ball, but Corbin Ruel is a little bit more flashier and a little bit better hands. So that was a great pass by Anderson, but a tough catch that he couldn't quite put in his hands. Corbin Ruel with the drop that one. So now that's going to be 3rd and very long.
3rd and very long indeed, coming from the Vikings 31.
Maybe they should put Beckett Longley at running back. Johnny, remember he picked up that loose ball.
Yeah,
he was rumbling and stumbling.
Yeah.
Running down the sidelines. Beckett Longley's going to be talking about that for the next 40 years.
Taking the snap is Anderson, rolling back, throwing it downfield.
Oh, he got it.
And it's incomplete. Had a catch there.
Brody Highland had it in his hands.
And that'll bring a 4th down with the player down.
And that's Ben Anderson. Again, like you said, he's got stitches on the top of his head from an accident today at school. He's still in the game. I think Coach Highland is going to say, yeah, Ben Anderson, you take the night off. They're going to bring number 7 in, Xander Lenz. Or they might punt. It is 4th down.
4th and 21.
Coach Highland's trying to decide if he should go for it or punt. Seymour Springs probably will call a timeout here once they get down to figure out what they want to do. Oh, they're going to go for it. Number 7, Xander Lenz in the game. He lives down the hall from me, Johnny.
I figured that just based on the name, but I wasn't going to take a guess.
Well, his game is all about passing. He does a lot of 7-on-7 tournaments all throughout the country in the summer, in the wintertime. Also plays basketball, but he's a very well-rounded passer.
Lenz takes the snap.
Or handing off.
And he's going to hand it off. And that'll be a turnover on downs.
WLA ball, 1st down. I think Ben Anderson's, I think his night is done. I think his stitches might have been cut open. If you look at him down here on the bench here, he's sitting down with the athletic trainer, Coach Hounds, coming over to look at Ben Anderson. I think Ben Anderson played 1 too many snaps tonight.
He's going to get a pat on the back of the head from Highland. As it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings now.
And again, the score 21-14. Mayville up with 30 seconds left and the ball. 3rd and 7, Mayville. And if you're wondering, Lemire has no timeouts left. Mayville's going to just kneel it.
Schwartz going to hand this one off. Going to go right up the middle, but a bunch of Ledgers in the way. And it's going to be stopped down. Clock will continue to run.
And that'll do it. Mayville wins that game 21-14. I won't say an upset because Mayville was a very, very good team. In fact, they were probably outplayed the Ledgers last week here at Fruit Field. However, they were, again, very unlucky on 4 of their 4th down tries. Only 1 time were they successful. That gave the Ledgers great field position 3 times. The Ledgers won a score about 10-3. Talk about a defensive battle.
Ben Anderson hyping up the sideline.
Well, they just announced that Mayville won the game.
Yes, Mayville did win the game. Conference implications, obviously.
And playoff indications, because when you win your conference, that means a lot. I mean, I don't care how good you are. If you're second place in your conference, that doesn't bode well with the WIA trying to pick what seed you will be and where you'll play and who you'll play. Right now, the Ledgers are now, they were ranked 8th in the Division 5 going in this game. Lemira was ranked 7th. They were right there. Now the Ledgers are going to jump over Lemira.
Schwartz using his legs.
Yeah, Schwartz is still out there battling. You know, their backup quarterback is Miles McCulley, so he's a wide receiver. So even if they put the backing quarterback in, you know, probably Gann Schwartz go out and play wide receiver, right?
Yeah, just flip the script there. But he had some speed, though, ahead of steam. And we mentioned how fast he is the whole game. And he showed it there.
Been really impressed by number 79, Orville Bloom here. He's the near side tackle. He's a big load. Watch him block. He's been an excellent blocker all night.
High snap. Bobbled ball, and that one goes down on the turf.
And as I say, Orville Bloom, he pancakes his guy. He's just been a force down there at number 79, Orville Bloom. Look for him. He's only a sophomore.
He's a big guy.
Very athletic guy. He's a great basketball player. Got very quick feet. Now the Ledgers will get the ball back. Let's see if Ben Anderson's done for the night.
It appears so.
And what a great season so far for Ben Anderson. I mean, I'm not sure who the flyway offensive player of the year is going to be. Is it Schaumburg for Lemira? He certainly led the league in rushing. But, you know, talk about all-around player. Ben Anderson threw the ball and ran the ball. And now conference champs here, St. Mary Springs.
Lenz takes a snap, hands it up to the middle, and just popped.
What a great tackle by Lemira, number 40. Jeez. That's Cooper Schwabe. Again, only a sophomore, 6'1", 175. I wonder how many of these sophomores are going to play Monday night of the JV game. I think Lenz and the other sophomores here for St. Mary Springs don't want those guys playing on Monday. That was a ferocious hit.
Yeah, it just kind of came like a wrecking ball right up the middle there.
Last year, St. Mary Springs JVs were undefeated in conference. So was WLA in the last game of the year. We actually did it on Radio Plus Sports. The first time we ever did a JV game. Springs won that game on a last-minute drive all the way down. Lenz led the Ledgers to a victory by 6 points.
Taking the snap, lead block in front, and a good carry there for a first down and more.
Ooh, what a run. The Ledgers are running hard. I think the Ledgers have picked it up a little bit now that they knew that Mayville won the game against Lemira. A little extra pep to their steps, so to speak.
And a good run there. That'll move the chains. And give the Ledgers a first down. 5:50 left in this game. Ledgers once again leading 34-7. Lenz takes snap, throws it a little bit behind.
Looks like all the starting offensive linemen are still in for St. Mary Springs. So that's still Caden Pitts, the center. You got Longley at the right tackle. You got Cluck at right guard. And you got O'Brien at left tackle. And you got Pels at left guard. So all 5 of those guys are still in the game. 3 of them are back next year. You got the left tackle, O'Brien. You got the left guard, Pels. And you got the right tackle, Longley. All coming back next year. All will be seniors next year.
As we look, Lenz handing it off, and that's going to be carried up for about almost 5 yards there.
Yeah, Ruel's running hard.
And that'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
On the carry. 3rd and 5.
Coming into the game for the Ledgers is Rebeck.
and he'll bring in the play. Coach Krieger will tell the receiver what the play is. That receiver will run out, tell Lenz what the play is. Lenz will tell the other 10 guys in the huddle what the play is, and they'll break, and here we go.
Motion up front, going to be handed off, swinging around the far side in a little bit of room, and knocked out of bounds.
And a great block by Corbin Ruel again. When you don't get the block, you want to do a good job. When you don't get the ball to run the ball, you want to do a good job blocking. Trust me, the coaches see that, and the coaches now want to give Ruel the ball. When you block great, you're going to get a little credit. You're going to get the ball next time. Little Lenz action there. Jax Lenz, number 22. He gets the play. He runs out, tells his little brother Xander Lenz what the play is, and they break the huddle. Here we go, Ledgers.
So a Lenz offense here. Going to give a little credit to the color commentator. Done a fantastic job.
Well, what about my play-by-play guy? Lenz with a quarterback draw.
He then dived down.
And Lenz is slotted to be the quarterback next year. He'll be a junior next year, but Ben Ashton obviously graduates. That's going to be some big shoes to fill, Johnny. That's
certainly
some big
is.
Shoes. Xander Lenz going to have to get in the weight room, have to throw the ball a lot this offseason and get ready for Ben Anderson. I don't think anyone could fill those shoes. Ben Anderson was one heck of a player. One of the best all-around seasons I've seen a quarterback have at St. Marie Springs. Keep in mind, last year, Max Bauer, first-team all-conference quarterback, led him to a conference championship. Those are big shoes to fill, and Ben Anderson did it in style.
And a good carry, and it keeps going.
Woo!
And Ruel with a beautiful carry.
Wow, what a great run by Ruel. Ruel running hard tonight. I mean, I know he's the second-string running back to Will Stelmacher, but, man, Will Stelmacher, he could take some plays off, and Ledgers don't miss a beat.
First and goal from the 2.
Doesn't appear it as the ball is on the 2 with the first and goal for the Ledgers.
How much you want to bet they're going to give Corbin Ruel the ball here? Johnny, I got a soda on the line here at the concession stand. Ruel's going to get this touchdown.
I'm going to say it. You're going to get a soda. And there it is.
Oh, but he got stopped.
And he got stopped.
Oh, a second effort. Oh, I think the refs called it dead a little too early. Corbin Ruel got knocked back, but he wasn't going to say die. He got to put the foot in the ground and try to get an extra yard. Almost got it in.
That'll bring up 2nd and 1.
Second and goal.
I think they might just give the ball to Corbin Ruel again, the senior.
Why not slam her in?
Well, the St. Marie Springs offensive coaches, when you see a guy like that running hard, and not only when you're not running the ball, you're blocking hard, they want to reward that.
Taking the snap is Lenz. He's going to go for it.
Lenz on the carry.
And he looks like he came up short.
All right, 3rd and short now. Ledgers can't quite punch this ball in, but I definitely think they're in 4-down territory.
You would hope so.
Jax Lenz comes in, gives Garver Beekle a break. Garver Beekle had one heck of a game.
He really did.
He could have had even a better game if he. I think
yeah,
he dropped one, but he had
one pass. It would have been 2 long ones.
He had a great pass touchdown, and he had a big long reverse run.
Let's see what happens here.
Oh, misdirection face mask.
They aren't calling a touchdown.
It looked like there was a face mask there. It looked like there was something not right in the backfield there. Lenz got the ball, and I don't know if Ruel was supposed to get the ball or not get the ball, but it looks like it wasn't quite fluid like it should be. That was a little bad snap. Lenz got the ball down by his knee, but he definitely got a face mask that wasn't called. They're going to take the easy 3 points here. Good for WLA to hold tight there and not give up the touchdown. They're definitely still fighting. They're fighting till the end.
It's always good to see you. Good fight, good football game. 150 left in the contest.
And again, Jack McGuire, the snapper center, Zane Wilson, the holder, number 40, and Bentley Coots, also a sophomore, all 3 sophomores.
Kick is up, and it is good. So that'll add to the Ledger lead, making it 37-7. And with that scoring drive, we will take a quick commercial break, and we will be back here on Radio Plus Sports.
Dreyer Collision Concepts. They're the kings of collision on North Main Street. Now, did you know they offer free estimates? That's right. Vehicle registration, auto collision repair, custom paintwork, and mobile estimating. They'll come to you. So get rid of the grime with Grime Gorilla Car Wash. They're Fond du Lac's newest touch-free car wash on North Main Street next to Grayer Collision Concepts. They've got monthly, single, and multi-vehicle options. So just download their free app to get the latest updates and information. Grime Gorilla Car Wash.
And welcome back to Fruth Field here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. So, St. Mary Springs Conference, what happens next?
Well, last year they were the conference champs. They went undefeated against the undefeated WLA. And I said to myself, you know, it's one of those great things to have the conference championship trophy at the game. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell Coach Highland until once the game was at hand, 30 seconds left. I showed Coach Highland what I had in my bag, and he let off the biggest smile. I had a conference championship trophy, 2023 Flyweight Conference Championships trophy. I went down there, put it in the end zone. Coach Highland pointed to it. All the players ran down there. I did the same thing tonight for the St. Mary Springs Ledgers. I didn't know if they were going to win, but I was prepared if they did. Also, we needed some help from Lemira and the Mayville game, of course.
I was going to say, yeah,
Mayville
got to give credit to them.
Mayville came through. A lot of the Ledger fans were cheering for Mayville tonight, and the two things that happened. Ledgers had a win. Mayville had a win. Obviously, Lemira then lost, and that made the records the same. St. Mary Springs beat conference championships tonight. I got the trophy in my bag. I'm going to give it to Coach Highland after the game.
And that'll be a cool sight to see, certainly indeed. Still got 1:33 left in the contest.
Now, if you ever want a treat, go out to St. Mary Springs High School and go to the Hutter Gymnasium. You walk by a showcase of trophies. They have so many state championship and conference championship trophies. The trophies are on top of the trophy case, Johnny. They don't have room for them anymore. Yeah, I mean, most schools have maybe a couple conference championships in football. St. Mary Springs has so many. They have them on like card tables outside in the lobby.
As we await the kickoff, it's going to be a squib knocked down. Being picked back up by the Vikings. They're going to run it right to past the 45, maybe the 46.
That's number 40, Cooper Schwably again. Man, he runs hard. He's only a sophomore, 6'1", 175. Big kid for a sophomore. Hats off to him. He's going to be one of those guys I'm going to watch next year. As a junior, he's a force to be reckoned with.
And 1:28 left in quarter number 4 here at Fruth Field. Once again, Johnny Samp, Brad Lenz.
I'm just glad I didn't jinx the Ledgers by bringing that trophy. And I got to give a shout out to Dave Hopper, owner of Hopper Screen Printing on Main Street. He's the one I called. I said, hey, Dave, I got a trophy here, a conference championship trophy. I need you to take the old nameplate off and put 2024 Flyweight Conference Championship nameplate on there. Dave said, no problem. Be back in 5 minutes. And it was all done. I got it in my bag for Coach Hound after the game.
And Dave Hopper, really great gentleman. I met him before working down here.
And he's one of our sponsors.
And there's a little bit of a jump there on that far side of the line.
And I did tell Dave, I said, Dave, any charge? He said, nah, don't worry about Lindsay. I said, I tell you what, we'll hook you up next time for a truck. And I told him I'd give him a shout out, and that's exactly what I do. Dave Hopper Screen Printing. If you need Ledger gear, Fondy gear, even WLA gear, anything around, they got all the gear. Plus they have trophy, screen printing, all that type of stuff. Dave Hopper on Main Street there.
Yeah, Hopper's great location, great gentleman, and a great store all overall.
Took over for his dad a few years back. They used to actually be out by North Fond du Lac, almost off of Johnson Street there. But they moved to the Main Street many years ago and really exploded that business.
Him and I worked a Walleye weekend together. As we see Schwartz scrambling to his far side.
That was interesting. That was Gannon Schwartz, the fastest player in the conference. Number 30, Lucas Babler, the second fastest player in the conference, breathing down his neck. Lucas Babler, only a sophomore, almost had him from behind. That was pretty impressive.
A lot of blue on that backside.
You know, it's kind of funny. Right now, WA is on the far side. We know the WA fans are over there and the Springs fans are over here. But during the Campbell Sport game, all the fans are on one side. And, Campbell Sport blue, Springs blue, same color. You really don't know who's cheering for who, and it's kind of all commingled in there. It was kind of a game that was 4 weeks ago. St. Mary Springs took care of business, won on the opening play, took care of business, beat Campbell Sport handily that game to kind of set this last 4 games in motion here for the Ledgers to kind of clean house and now be conference champs.
And a carry there that's going to get them back to the line of scrimmage. And just actually a yard back, it looks like it'll be 11 yards, 3rd and 11.
After this game's over, I'm going to take that trophy down to Coach Highland. Johnny, we might have to get the player of the game done right now.
So who would you credit for the player of the game?
Ooh. Ben Anderson had a great game. Noel Mall had a great game. Garver Beekle had a great game. But I think Will Stelmacher, for the just the absolute force he was running with. Well, Corbin Ruel had a great game as well. But I'm going to give it to Will Stelmacher. Not only did he score a couple touchdowns, but he ran with such authority. I think that put WLA's defense on their heels and made everything better for St. Mary Springs.
And if I had to choose one, I'd go with Ben Anderson. Had a consistent game, good game, led his team to get a giant lead. And then, you get subbed out. That's always a good feeling.
You could probably give the player of the game to Ben Anderson every game, right?
That's true.
Ben Anderson's one of those guys where without Ben Anderson, this team's 500.
Yeah.
Ben Anderson's that good of a player. Ben Anderson, hats off. Not only had a great game tonight, but all season long, all 9 games thus far.
Yeah, as the clock does tick down, it's likely the final play. And we do have 5 seconds left.
I'm going to go down and give that trophy to Coach Highland.
All right, have a good run as the Ledgers will come out victorious and be conference champions once again, 35-7, in a great showing here tonight against the Winnebago Lutheran Vikings. And we will take a quick step aside here as we do the trophy presentation in the Fox Valley Savings Bank's post-game show coming up.
When I say Phillies on 4th, what comes to mind?
Chicken,
Pizza,
Friday fish fries.
mashed potatoes and gravy,
Don't forget about all their great snacks.
and tons of candy, groceries, and toiletries. Phillies on 4th literally has everything from soup to nuts. Save time with in and out shopping and score big with Phillies on 4th and Everett, Fond du Lac.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac. Making your move and storage of goods simple.
Fond du Lac Credit Union knows that we all have many different goals that we want to achieve in life, like paying off debt or planning your dream wedding. We also know that sometimes unfortunate things can happen that are out of our control, like car trouble or a broken washer and dryer. For all of your personal needs, Fond du Lac Credit Union has personal loans customized just for you. Wherever you are in life, Fond du Lac Credit Union can help get you to where you want to be. For more information, simply visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. St. Mary Springs, your conference champions. Once again, the Prime program, as we do have a little surprise for the St. Mary Springs Ledgers, which they don't know. My co-host Brad Lenz went down onto the field and he dropped a little hardware in the end zone. We're just waiting for the shock value coming from the St. Mary Springs Ledgers huddle, because they now do see it, and there they go running after it. They're going to go get that flyweight trophy. Couple helmets drop, players tuck around it, and lots of excitement indeed. But we are in the Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Looking for a loan with no hassle? They can help. Local bank, local lenders, your community bank, Fox Valley Savings Bank. So the Marian University turning point of the game, I would have to give it to turning point of the game here for the postgame show. We do have Brad Lenz back up in the studio. We did catch you on film running out there.
I'm a little winded, Johnny. I'm
not in very
good shape anymore.
It was pretty good speed, though, you put out.
I tell you what, I went over to Coach Highland and said the trophy's in the end zone, just like I did last year. Nothing beats Coach Highland's big smile when he sees something like that. He loves it.
Okay, so we are in the Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show, and let's talk about the turning point of the game as you do pass one off here. What was the turning point for you in this contest brought to you by Marian University?
The turning point might be the fact that the Ledger defense held Gannon Schwartz in check the whole game. Gannon Schwartz didn't have many running plays that were really electrifying other than way deep in the game in the fourth quarter.
And then moving forward a little bit here, we did talk to the BCI Burke player of the game. Log on to BurkeCareers.com. And I gave it to Ben Anderson. You gave it to
Will Stelmacher. But, you know, the best play of the game, the Lenz Truck Center play of the game, possibly was that little trick play down in the left side of the end zone here where Anderson had the ball. He flipped it to Brody Highland. No, he handed off to Stellmacher. Stellmacher flipped it to Brody Highland. Brody Highland flipped it back to Anderson. Anderson threw the ball in the end zone. That was a great play. Well designed.
And then finally, our AirTech next game broadcast, no matter what type of heating system you have in your home, the knowledgeable technicians at AirTech Heating can perform timely repairs if things go wrong. Go to radioplusinfo.com for a complete schedule. But the next broadcast is going to be up in the air of who's going to play who.
We don't know who we're playing. The Ledgers will be playing at Fruth Field. Mark my words, they'll be a 1 seed. There's a chance they could be a 2 seed. Last year they won the conference and we're a 2 seed. That was shocking to everyone. 1 or 2 seeds will always play at home. This is Fruth Field. This is their home field. We don't know. Springs no longer has to worry about, hey, is Fondy in the playoffs? Because they used to share this field. When Fondy was in the playoffs and Springs was in the playoffs, that meant that St. Mary Springs had to go somewhere else. A lot of times St. Mary Springs would play at Lamira or North Fond du Lac. Next week for sure, Friday night, 7 o'clock, be here, Fruth Field, first round of WIA Division 5 playoffs.
And you heard it here first. Once again, going to be playoff football coming here to Fruth Field next week for the St. Mary Springs Ledgers. As we close things up, I do want to thank Brad Lenz, my color commentator for the evening. It was lots of fun meeting you, lots of fun having you on.
Right back at you, Johnny.
It was great camaraderie. But signing off for St. Mary Springs Sports and the conference champions, St. Mary Springs Ledgers, I'm Johnny Stamp. Have a great night, Fond du Lac. We'll see you next time.
In 1925, Winnebago Lutheran Academy opened their doors to the first class of Vikings. For the last 99 years, WLA has offered a welcoming and safe environment for our students to learn and grow. We are continually blessed with a dedicated faculty and staff who inspire our students in their academic pursuits and, most importantly, in their spiritual lives. As we begin our 100th year of education, we look back on all the blessings we have received from God and acknowledge the grace upon grace He has provided. Thank you, Fond du Lac and surrounding communities, for 100 years of continuous support.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. The design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Kendra is another great success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac. Talk about how you felt prior to the services being done and then after.
I felt very hopeless almost. What I actually needed was to step back and look at what am I putting into my body and what am I surrounding myself with. Was struggling before, but now I feel a lot more in control.
Again, Kendra is a great example of a huge success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Connect with the road. Love what you drive and where you get it. Shop the SUV season sales event at Holiday and get our low simplified price, more for your trade, and score enticing offers like 0% financing plus generous bonus cash up to $3,250 on the spacious, nimble Mazda CX-70 while you enjoy our exceptional guest care.
Put your trust in the award-winning team at Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Mazda, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust, your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
you dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops, with most installed by next week and completed in just one day. And because we fabricate our countertops in-house, you can buy direct and save money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Are you or a loved one living with the discomfort and hopelessness of peripheral neuropathy? The tingling, the numbness, the life-altering pain? Are you tired of taking medications that only mask the symptoms or don't work at all? You don't have to live like that anymore. Introducing New Medical Center, your beacon of hope in the fight against peripheral neuropathy. Our team of dedicated specialists uses the latest advancement in medical technology to help you regain control of your life. Our personalized treatment plans are designed to reduce your pain, improve your balance, and restore your quality of life, all while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. Visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
The Roush Insurance Agency, and proud to sponsor our local athletes doing what they love. Do you have people in your life that you love? Your loved ones count on you. Hi, this is Tony Walters, agent with the Roush Insurance Agency. Let us at the Roush Insurance Agency give you a free, no-obligation life insurance quote so you're safe and secure for when the unexpected happens. To find out more about your free, no-obligation quote, give us a call today. The Roush Insurance Agency, properly insuring you for your future. Good luck, area athletes, on your quest to a state title.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Thanks to our Radio Plus Video Sports sponsors.
Edward Jones Fond du Lac Advisors, Musa Sheet Metal, Quest Interiors, Sargento Cheese,
American Family Insurance Agent Brad Tagliapietra, Bauer Chiropractic, BCI Burke, Bob's Pizza,
Bristol Morgan Bank, Addison Jones Real Estate, Coal Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage,
Roush Insurance, Smith Builders, Marco Tax Service, AirTech Heating and Cooling,
Anders Auto Parts, Taco Bell, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Holiday Automotive,
Dynamic Chiropractic, Rademan Stone and Landscape, Everson Law Office, Hopper's Screen Printing and Custom Embroidery,
Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Integrity Saw and Tool, Fondy Family Dental, Into the Woods Wellness,
St. Mary Springs Academy, Lens Truck Center, Fond du Lac Credit Union, Marion University,
Right Way Home Improvement, New Medical Center, Scotty's Auto Works,
National Exchange Bank and Trust, Pizza Ranch, Silica for your home, Pino Construction,
Real estate agent Brock Fleischer. Back in action.
Camera Casino,